Greetings, friends, humans, aliens, and assorted other beings. My name is Announcer Sand. This is a very late stream for which we are sorry, and I am here to announce. Wah! Opa! Hello! And welcome to the stream. Hello. Hi. So that was so late. And hope that you enjoyed my improvised version of Toshihiko Sahashi's Kagayaki, the opening of Kamen Rider Hibiki. How are we doing? We need to get some background music going. And as you can see, the desk is a mess. Here's the kazoo I was using. Did you enjoy the kazoo? Was that an enjoyable experience for you? I hope it was an enjoyable experience for you. I had a nightmare getting to the stream because I had to eat food and shower, and these sound like normal things, but when your body's as hecked up as mine is, when you're as hecked up, when your brain and body are hecked up, yeah, it's not a good time. It's not necessarily always easy. Now let's just get some music in here. In the meantime, I'm gonna say some hellos. Let's say some hellos. Swagster, Jimprev, Coleman, Captain. Hello, folks. Ooh, I don't know why I'm sounding like this. Today we're gonna Hibiki it up in here. But I wanted to before we start the stream. Before we start the building, as always, we have a lot of other bullshit to deal with. You know what I've been realizing recently? I'm trying to distract you as well while I go for music. I've realized recently that often the last three things that I did, like this keyboard, the Gundam, which we're gonna look at in a second, and the gym sniper K9, I didn't finish them on stream because I was always like almost finished, and I didn't finish them on stream, and that is a disservice to you as my audience and to myself as a creator. So, in the future, I'm gonna commit to, like, if I have like a little bit of a thing to finish, I will finish it on the next stream at the beginning of the next stream. With the Gym Sniper K9, it was a special case, as you guys know. But I don't have that excuse with the RX-78. I don't have that excuse with the key. Well, with the keyboard, the excuse is I needed to have my keyboard back, and I needed to finish it. So there you go. But anyways, let's open and queue in Winamp. Let's go. The sound feels far. Oh yeah, I did make it. I did lower it a bit. How are we now? Do I sound good? Also, hi Sang Sang. It was a cleaning stream, not a building stream. Exactly. Well, but I didn't put the keyboard back together. That was the problem. Okay, let's start with No, let's start with No, this one's too bossa nova for my vibe. This one's too 90s Sega CD visual novel for my vibe. There we go. That's it. This is more VTuber. Yeah, good volumes. Okay, cool. Hi, random21345. Hello. Hello. Hope you're having a good day. So, I just wanted to show you the keyboard has been cleaned. It's fully cleaned. It's looking good. We're gonna move on. That was number one. Thing number one on the docket. Thing number two is over here. Captain Hurricane knows what this is because I literally got it in a package from Captain Hurricane. We're gonna discuss it in a minute. So yeah, right. Let's I have to put my gloves on in a second. We'll do it in a second. We'll do it in a second, Jerry. Hi, David. Not much. We just started. Oh, I should have wiped this table. It's manky. I wanted to show you because after the stream, I did panel line the entirety of the high-grade Gundam The Origin RX-78 to Earth Federation Close Combat, Earth Federation Space Force Close Combat Mobile Suit, the Gundam. But I did the stickers, I did like the markings, and they came out really well. And I didn't use all of them, but I used most of them. Most of them are not crooked. The EFSF on the shoulder is a bit crooked. But we're gonna have a look at it. I wanted to show it to you because I'm really proud. I feel this looks really good. Like, this is the completed guy. This is the daddy of Gundams. You gotta show my drawing. Oh, do you want me to show your drawing? Okay, I showed it on Twitter. I'll show it in a second. So here we got the RX-78 to the Gundam, Grandpa. It's the Origin version. Let's move the bazooka so it's a bit more. So what I did is I did a combination of the late type and the early type because I like those handles of the late type. And I like these protruding bits. I didn't get the machine gun in there. I should have put in there. But a lot of these markings, they're very real grade. I haven't built a real grade yet. We're gonna see how we deal with that. We're gonna see how we get on. But it's looking pretty good. I didn't put all of the ones in the back of it. All of these like there's these little reptics. Can you see them? They don't always look good. And they're difficult to put in there. And I was watching a FIFA documentary. Do you guys know there's a FIFA documentary on Netflix called FIFA Uncovered? Really good. And I was watching that last night while putting the finishing touches on this guy so I could show it on stream. Oh, Ron Hill 96, thank you for the follow. Thank you. You're now checksum. You're now one of my followers. Hello. So as we said before, this is not a review or anything, but the articulation on this guy is pretty insane. For a high grade, this feels like a high grade plus, because like look at the arm articulation, right? Look at this. Look how far it comes out. It just comes out and it's on a ball joint. It just comes out. It just comes out so that it can hold like the handle of the rifle if it wants. It's really insane. But the crazy thing is the ab crunch. The ab crunch is really crazy. Like he has a 90 degree. Can you see that? Hang on. He has a 90 degree ab crunch, almost, Jerry. It's wild. It's wild, and he can go all the way up like that, and just like to the sides. And the head has all this circulation. It's beautiful. This is the most beautiful RX-78 that I have in my house. And I have a... How many RX-78s do you think I own in my house? How many? Including this one. How many would you say are in my house right now? I'm trying to remember. Okay. Yeah. How many would you say? It's less than 10. It's less than 10. Say a number. Also, upside down shield, of course. The bazooka, no, it's not all of them. Trust me. I do not have room for that many of the same thing. We have that. We have like these stickers look really good. That's like most of the stickers are like there's like 10 or 12 stickers that you put on everything, but there's a few that are like unique, like this one. It's really nice. It's really good. Looking good. All right, I will tell you the number is including this guy. Just making sure. 4. I own 4 RX-78s. Oh no, I own 5 because one is not built, which is the entry grade, which I'm saving for a YouTube video. So I own 5. The entry grade, which is unbuilt. This guy, which is the high grade Gundam The Origin. A little chibi plastic that is just a single piece. I'll just show it because it's within arm's reach. This guy. Look how cute he is. He's so cute. I also own, it's in the box, so I'm not going to take it out for you. Do you guys remember Mobile Suit in Action, the action figure line? So there was like a subline of that called Extended Mobile Suit in Action, which had like better articulation, and they had almost as good articulation as this, but it was in the early 2000s, and it was insane, and they're very durable. And I have the RX-78 and the Zaku. They did like the RX-78, the Zaku, the Char Zaku, of course, and they also did like the new Gundam and the Zasabi. I want to get those one day. Anyway, and then the fourth one that I got is one that like I'm really sad because a lot of the accessories have been lost. It's like a silver RX-78. It can't move very much, but it came with like the trailer bed, and it came with like a little plastic thing emulating the cloth that was over the cockpit in the first episode. And I lost all of those, so I just have like a silver Gundam. He stands guard next to my Gundam The Origin manga. Actually, I'm probably gonna put this in next to the Gundam The Origin manga. I think that's where it belongs. So let's put him there after this thing and take a photo. We'll take some photos. Right. Next on the docket, Let me just plug this bazooka back in. Next up on the docket is I'm also gonna put some Hibiki music from Spotify later. Gonna try that. We'll see how we get on. So okay. Next up, what do we got? We got this came from Captain Hurricane. I'm gonna show you the illustration. So Captain Hurricane sent it to me via hog mail, air mail. I need to cover my address. I'm covering my address. There it is. There's the little cartoon. Air hog. So Captain Hurricane exists in real life, is what I'm trying to tell you. Okay. Nothing's visible. It's all good. All right. Okay. And these two arrived. You are an artist. So Captain Hurricane, like me, is a what does Korone call her audience? It's the Koronesuki, but also like the listener san. We're listener sans over here. And when I saw this Korone stand, I had to get it, and you'll see why. And I have a standing policy that I do not get a Korone unless I also get the corresponding Okayu. This is why I don't have either of their birthday sets. Also because I'm very broke. But also, I don't buy their birthday sets because I can't just buy Korone's birthday set. I would have to buy Okayu's for that year. I can't separate them. They're in love, okay? I have like the pop-up parade over there of the two of them. I can't separate them. Maru 69 Metalder Way, Caledonia Space Colony, Space. Korone doing a Kamen Rider. Okay, so I was looking in the Hololive shop, and me and Cap noticed that Korone's. This is I think like an ongoing one that is not like a limited edition or anything. I think it's gonna be, on sale for a while. She's doing the Kamen Rider Ichigo pose. This is like based. These are all based on their 3D models. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. This is gotta be. Let me look at it. This looks polygonal, so yeah, it looks like the 3D model, right? And she must have asked to do the Kamen Rider 1 pose. What I love about Korone is that she's clearly a fucking boomer, man. That's the thing that a lot of people don't talk about, unless they are hardcore Koronesukis and they understand all her references. Like, in her birthday live, she did Be the One from Kamen Rider Build, which is very recent, but she also did the theme song for Space Runaway Ideon. The only people that know about Space Runaway Ideon, even in Japan, are freaks, okay? They're freaks that love robot anime and love the works of Yoshiyuki Tomino. But Plum Gunpla, thank you, you rated my stream with 9 viewers, so thank you. Thank you. The Plum Champs are moving the party to you. Succumb to our raid. I will succumb, Jerry. I will succumb. Yeah, I'm gonna drink some water. Welcome Raiders. Bad Plum Gunpla. Cap, can we get a shout out for a Bad Plum Gunpla? Dad Mazel Tov, my friend. Mazel Tov indeed. You were suggested by Coleman. Thank you very much, Coleman. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just getting started, basically. Bonk, getting bonked. Getting bonked for being too gay on stream. Welcome Raiders. My name is Maru 5. I am the hero of hope and the idol of disaster. I am a VTuber, as you can see, and I am a variety streamer. I do retro games. I do. If this week is anything to go by, keyboard cleaning. And on weekends we build Gunpla. I built this last weekend. This week we're building Plamo, not Gunpla. Technically, it's by Bandai. Probably some of the same designers, but it's not a Gundam, as we will see. I'm making a Kamen Rider kit, Kamen Rider Hibiki, figurized standard. And yeah, thank you very much. And stick around. How was your stream, Gunpla? You're making art? That's cool. And hope it went really well. And yeah, if you need to lurk, feel free. That's totally cool. And thank you for bringing the Plum Gang. No, what was the name you used? The Plum Champs. The Plum Champs. Love that. But But yeah, folks, please go follow Baplan Gumpla. Thank you so much for the raid. And I was just showing, before we get started with the stream, I was just showing that I just got a parcel where I got these gals. Okay, on Korone. And I just love Korone because she's clearly like a boomer in her 30s who loves 80s anime and 80s toku. And she was like, staff, can I please, can my stand please be me doing the Kamen Rider Ichigo pose? And they were like, sure, why not? What I found really funny, I was drawing a sticker and we got distracted. Oh no! What distracted you? Distracted. What amuses me a lot is that, you know, there's like a standard size for like anime stand-ins for like, and VTuber stand-ins are no exception. Like I have, let me explain the comparison. Let me explain what I'm gonna point out. Oh, okay, I can't get the other one. It's too far ahead. Okay, so the you're all DeviantArt. Yeah, I love the boomers in Hololive. So like this is like a standard size. This is my Silent Tatsuki stand that arrived this week as well. And this is like a standard size, kind of like 20 centimeters, right? Earlier this year, I got my Subaru Osora birthday merch, and I came with an acrylic stand, and I hadn't checked the height, and I had assumed it was gonna be this high, and I can't get it because I had to put it in the highest shelf because that's the only place that I have room for it. It does not fit in my VTuber shelves, and it's so big. It's bigger than I can show on camera, even if I had it. And then for Hololive, the other acrylic stand that I have is like one of those like Omori stands for Calliope Mori that is like this big. It's like pixel, earthbounded Calliope Mori. And so all of the Hololive stands that I have are not this standard size. And it's driving me insane. I have 2 Nichizanji stands, 2 Bishoujo stands, all the same size. And all of my Hololive ones are different sizes, and I'm going insane. I'm going insane. My neurosis is going insane. I'm losing it, Jerry. I'm losing it, Jerry. All right. But yeah, I can't get to the. Do you guys want to see the Subaru also? You know what? Whatever. Let me get my stool. I'll get it for you. You gotta see it, man. It's crazy. All right. Oh, jeez. Right. It was for her birthday set for last year. And you know, I didn't look at the size. I just bought the set. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. This is bigger than a combiner, than a Transformers combiner. Also feet. Oh, I'm showing feet on stream. Oh no, whatever. I don't care. Shiba. Sina. Hi, Sina. Yeah, look at this fucking nonsense. Where am I gonna put this? Where am I gonna... my VTuber shelf, this didn't fit in my VTuber shelf. I'm actually gonna put my VTuber shelf in a place that it doesn't have the height restrictions. So I can put her with all the VTuber swag that I got by now. But yeah, that's insane. Yeah, feet. Here you go. Enjoy. Yeah, Coleman, we know you're a feet guy. You were there at the watch along the other day. We know you're a food guy. We know this about you. We know this and we love you. Okay. Right, so let's open these guys. This is an unboxing. There's a 30 centimeter Nazuna stand I kinda want. Hi. Touch the toes. I'm not gonna touch the toes, you pervert. I'm not here for your sexual satisfaction. Thank you for the follow, Butplum Gumpla. Thank you. And for the raid, of course. Not a feet guy. Feet just always end up around me. Yeah, what a coincidence. So I don't know what this says. Am I gonna die if I use it wrong? That's a joke. Let's get it. Oh yeah, this is like a series that they did, and they all have like the Hololive logo, which is really nice. And the signature color of the idol in question. Oh, I think these are gonna have like. Are these gonna have like the cap? Did yours have like the laminate that you have to like remove? Do these have that? Doesn't look like it actually. They don't seem to have any of the trademark imperfections of that. So I don't think so. Oh, they do? Yeah. I could only remove it. On my Silent Tatsuki one, I wasn't able to remove it from the back of the main stand. I removed it from both sides of the base. But yeah, here we go. It just says Hololive in color. It doesn't say Korone. It just says Hololive. Okay, let's put her in there, and we'll deal with the thing, the laminate at another point in time. There's Korone, and let's get Okayu. I love Okayu. I don't I have some general anime stands, and whole hell, it was almost impossible to be lit up. It's after midnight, so I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah, enjoy your sleeps. Thank you for coming, Bubba and Gumpla. Look forward to catching your future scenes. Plum Champs, behave. Yeah, behave, Plum Champs. Thanks for ringing the Plum Champs. Thank you. You have no power on me here, Plum. No, but we have mods here, Coleman, so watch it. I don't remember taking off a big one. All right, that's fair. I love Okayu. I don't watch Okayu and Korone very much. The language barrier is a problem for me, like, because I don't normally watch big VTubers anymore, and that's not a problem. I'm about to fuck off, so yeah. But I'm sure someone else. I'm sure Toxan or Frozen or Boots. Somebody else is gonna show up, and if not, I'm here watching the chat like a hawk. So, the reason I don't watch the Japanese streamers because I don't watch Hololive that much anymore. I still love Hololive. I just don't have time, man. I catch some Niji sometimes. You know it's bad when I don't even catch Pomu most of the time. Piku, good morning from West Coast. Love them all. West Coast of where? Because you're not in the West Coast of where I am, let me tell you. I am in the West Coast of where I am. Unless you happen to be in the West Coast of Scotland. Which is not where I am. I'm in an undisclosed location. Hey, Boots, see, I told you this is gonna be a... Oh, okay, yeah, okay, has a beautiful voice. I love her. She's like your chill butch adjacent girlfriend, and Korone is the high maintenance uber nerd girlfriend. I love them, and they go kissy. Mwah, 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 mwah. The girls, they're dating. Yeah, they're dating. Like, actually, this is not actually a Kamen Rider Ichigo pose. This is just so that she can like touch Okayu's face and go like, there, I love you. I love you. Hey guys. Okay. Oh, is that Korone standing doing the Ichigo pose? It is. West Coast of the yes, yeah. Touch her face and not the booba. Hey, yeah. This is the kind of thing that would make Okayu go like, hey. Kind of this kind of like almost non-committal, hey, kind of thing. Anyway, we got girls. Beautiful. Don't know where I'm gonna put them. Well, actually, you guys might have seen photos. I have a shelf of Transformers right above this, like above my computer. I'm actually gonna take those Transformers all out, clean all that out, and that's gonna be on my VTuber shelf. I've decided. That's what it's gonna be like. Anyway, enough prelude. It's time for Hibiki, Jerry. Korone stretches her arm to press Okayu's soft spot skull. Optimal position to pet the cat. TOS. What? Shut up. It's okay. It's anime. It doesn't count. BRB, no worries. So this is my first figure right standard kit. Sinful Rider. Hi, Sono. I love you. Hello. So it's my first figure right standard kit, and very excited. So for folks that don't know, it's the dad. So for folks that don't know, or for folks who have not paid much attention, this Kamen Rider Hibiki, ignore the reason why he's called Masked Rider. Nowadays, the branding even in English is Kamen Rider. If you get a figure right standard kit of riders from double onwards, they changed it to Kamen because they don't want to associations with Saban's Masked Rider. But back in the Hibiki times, it's still Masked Rider Hibiki. So Hibiki is my favorite Kamen Rider. We're going to talk about why he's my favorite Kamen Rider during the stream. We're not going to go into it as a preamble. We're going to talk about it while I build. And because of that, he's my first figurized kit. I love Hibiki a lot, and he's my favorite Kamen Rider's suit design. We're not going to entertain discussions of he's not a real Kamen Rider. That is not. If you wanna say that, get out of here. Get out of here. The loincloth one. He has a loincloth. Look forward to see the belt. Never go one as they are expensive. They are, but they're cheaper than SH Figure Arts. So we got a lot of interesting stuff. The materials are exquisite. So these are all the red parts. Some of the transparent bits, for like the face. Beautiful, huge stickers. Here's all the silver parts. I'm gonna rant about this in a minute. There's some gold parts. Yeah, the gold parts are nice. The gold parts are shiny, unlike the alleged silver parts that are just flat gray. But the real piece de resistance, the real big thing of this is like an Ultraman Zero kit at this time. Nice. Back in the day, they'd call Black RX not a real rider. Yeah, because he was basically a metal hero. So the real, and I don't know how well this is gonna come across on the camera, but the real beauty of this kit is in the paint that they've used for the blue parts. And is this like, we're gonna take it out of the bags, and then we're gonna have a look. What is this? Assembly instructions? What? What? Huh? Oh, that's interesting because, okay, so normally in modern Gunpla, as we saw with the RX-78, has instructions that are both in Japanese and in English. This, for some reason, does not have English in the instructions, so they included this leaflet that has English and Korean and Italian. Huh. Of course Italian, because Italy is the home of Gunpla in the West. French, and then 2 different kinds of Chinese. I'm gonna assume one is simplified. I don't really know enough Chinese. I'm sorry. And this just gives you a general gist of what all the symbols mean, which is good because the manual doesn't have it probably. How to apply data. So I'm actually gonna keep this. This is gonna be very useful for this build, I feel. My booklet had English instructions. Wait, no. Did it? No, I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Pretty sure it doesn't. I think I checked. Oh, no, you know what? I was talking out of my ass. I was talking completely out of my butthole. It does have bits in English, so I don't know why that's there. I think I saw a recent kit that had, I think it must have been one of my Build Fighters kit or something. I don't, maybe I wasn't paying attention when I looked through this. They were having, yeah, okay, yeah. I mean, listen, I've been building Gunpla for 20 years. I was building Gunpla when there was no English in the instructions. I built the Master Grade Saku 2 1.0 with Japanese instructions in the year 2000 and in the summer of 2001. Jerry. How can you lie to us like that? So blatantly, Conan stream at 1080p. Indeed. So, we're gonna show you, so Kamen Rider Hibiki, very different looking rider. He looks like an Oni, as you can see. Not a fan of the illustration. I feel like illustrations don't capture Hibiki very well. I feel it's a design that needs to be seen in physical. Like, and this looks beautiful. He has a beautiful combination of like this like blue-purple, blurple. We're gonna talk about that in a second. The horns and the red, you know, and the claws. And he fights with taiko drumsticks that he then, you know, he beats the Hibiki riders beat the monsters with music. It's a beautiful show. Again, we're gonna talk about it. But let's get started. So, what makes this kit unique? And I'm just gonna take one of these runners out just to show you. Do you like the crinkly plastic? Is that ASMR enough for you? It's like, is that good? I don't have that other sheet. That's wild. Crazy. I don't know where I got my Hibiki. I think I got it from Hobby Link. shop.hlj.com/Maru_de_5 for using my affiliate link. Remember to complete your purchase in the same session. So if you want to help me out by using the link, because I'm an official HLJ affiliate, then what you want to do is you want to make sure that you're ready to check out and pay when you're using my link, because it needs to be in the same session, just to make completely sure. Hi, Skylarka! Defeating evil through the power of music, friendship, and incredible violence. It's not incredible, it's mainly a show about growing up. And I'm gonna talk about it. But the thing is that if you compare it to the Seiho SHF, the giant drum is actually something the kid has over it. Yeah, and the Seiko is also overpriced, which in my opinion makes it garbage, because why is Hibiki the only main rider that doesn't get a regular SH figure arts? Why can I not buy a SH figure arts the same price as I can buy the WAS SH figure arts? Kamen Rider Hibiki is more important than WAS, I'm sorry. Anyway, so I don't know how well this is gonna translate into the camera, but do you see how it changes color from like an almost like greenish to like a purple blue, this kind of shine? So this is the selling point of this kit. Was has the funny transformation music. That is true, and he is very funny, but Hibiki is better, and always will be. So it's this beautiful, like glittery almost. Can you see the glitter? Can you see the glittery of it? It's very, very subtle, because I think they used a very similar paint to the one used on the actual suit, although the suit is a bit more purple and this is a bit more blue. But it really depends on the light that you shine on it, apparently. And it's gorgeous. And that's like where a lot of the budget in the creation of this kit went. Hey Giselle, into the super Global the Pinko. What you doing today? God. Global the Pinko is, hanging out, building the glitter. It's like that Beetle style color shift. Exactly. Probably because Hibiki has legacy content now, so he's more for heavy collectors and upper middle class kids. Lol. Wow. Shots fired. Oh my god, I got globoed. I got made into a globo. Maru the globo. Hello. Hello. I'm a balloon now. That's I've always been a balloon. Globo. Anyway, so but the other thing that I wanted to talk about, and we're gonna get into this when I build it proper, is so it comes with a lot of accessories, which is really nice. Like, oh, huge sticker sheets, beautiful, right? Chuck it at the floor, Jerry. Oh, by the way, Giselle, Skylark, you missed the bit where I was showing off. I was showing off these girls. They're right here. I just got these two girls. I just got Korone in the Ichigo pose and Okayu. And I was joking that actually Korone is not in the Ichigo pose. She's just like ready to just go like, there, Okayu, there. Hey, guys, Okayu. And then she does this, and Okayu goes like, hey. There you go. Okay, moving on. So here's my rant about this. So we got some beautiful transparent effect parts. You know, this is like the this is like the A runner. Yeah, it's the A runner, of course. We got the brown for the loincloth, because he's a loincloth, because he's an Oni. Okay, he's an Oni. Kamen Rider Hibiki is an Oni. Like, they're not called Kamen Riders in the show. They just call them Oni. Nobody in the show Kamen Rider Hibiki ever says the words Kamen Rider Hibiki. They just call him Hibiki-san, or they refer to him as an Oni. So these parts are meant to be golden, and they're using that kind of plastic, which I have seen used in my heavy metal L-Gaim Oji has a slightly shinier version of this. This looks good enough to be gold, right? Because it's shiny. It's shiny enough, right? And it's fine. I'm not gonna need to paint this gold. I am happy with this as it is. The problem, however, is these parts. Do you see this? These are meant to be the silver parts. And I'm gonna prove this to you. Textually. When you look at this, the painted version, they are silver. They are shiny. They're metallic. It's a metallic look. It's not a dead plastic look. It's a metallic look. And clearly, the budget on this kit in terms of the paint that they applied to the parts and the plastics went on the transparent and a bit on the gold, and then of course on this beautiful like color changing paint, which cannot have been cheap to produce in a basically what is essentially a high grade kit. So I get that, but it's still, you know, I get it. Oh, oops. I get it. But you know, guess what? I'm still mad about it. Give me a second. Can I not do a zoom anymore? Can we not do a zoom anymore? Is that what's happening? Alright, hang on. We can't do a zoom anymore, Jerry. I don't know why. It kind of went whole bonko. 100% bonko. Hang on. Reset transform. Alright. Oh, it's because cursor is up there. I don't know what he's doing up there. He's having a good time. He's having a good time up there. I don't know what the cursor is doing. Alright. Let's try to make it so that the zoom works. Okay. Okay, that works. Anyway. So, as I was saying, you know, I understand why they didn't paint the silver. I understand why they gave it this shitty toothpastey plastic. It looks like toothpaste, Jerry. It looks like friggin' toothpaste. I understand why that happened because I'm an adult. I'm still mad though. All right. Metallic injection moment. Time to yank out the paints. Oh yeah. On the plus side, that's regular plastic surface, so if you choose to paint it, you don't need to do much prep. No, I'm not gonna prime it. I'm sorry. I don't have primer. I live in crappy. Oh god, I'm back. Okay. I live in a capsule accommodation here in Caledonia Space Colony. I don't have a place where I can spray stuff. And I am broke right now until the end of the month, so I don't have any money to buy any primer. So, marker paint is gonna have to do. Anyways, I've been conged. They come with a little pre-order part that allows them to hold hands. Oh yeah, you were telling me the Okakoro Nendoroid custom Nendoroids. You might get them tomorrow, Monday. If you wanna watch, an unboxing, Captain Hurricane has just published one. You can find it on my Discord. If you go to the VTubers channel, you will find Captain Hurricane linked to the unboxing video that he just put out. All right. I do 98% of my painting with marker paints. It works just fine. Yeah, totally. I mean, these are gonna be big surfaces. The thing I'm most worried about is, so if you look at the belt, Hibiki doesn't have a henshin belt. He has a belt that he uses for his final attacks. He henshins with a tuning fork because Hibiki doesn't give a crap about your so-called traditions. My concern is this part. This is the belt. And you see how detailed that is? I'm worried that the paint will erase that detail. That's what worries me. That's what concerns me. But anyways, let's get conged. Oh, someone wants to meet the runners, huh? We're gonna meet the runners. We just need to talk about the paint for a second. This is a special moment for me. This build might take a while because I'm gonna take my time with it. And we also need to be done today by 7 p.m., which is in 3 hours, 15 minutes. I'm sorry about that. Sorry I started late. But we need to be done because Argentina is playing Mexico in the World Cup. I'm sorry. I need to, Hibiki and Amazon not using a belt to henshin. Yeah. They can't paint to a small and use the thinnest toothpicks you can to tap the paint on. Oh? Oh, for the detail. Oh, a toothpick. I don't have any toothpicks. I don't use toothpicks. And I forget to buy them for Gunpla because I don't normally need them. So we might find something else. Foosball. Oh yeah, you know it. Okay, I'm gonna take all the runners out. I'm gonna organize them. And then we're gonna meet the runners. How about that? I'm actually gonna use, Sky. At the moment, because I am applying to an agency, I'm trying to keep my CCV up. And as much as a watch along stream would be good, and I'm trying to do this thing where I just do whatever I want to do, most people will not turn up for that one. I know that for a fact, and that's fine, and that's totally cool. I might do it. Okay, how about this? I might do it if Argentina get to like the quarters or the semis. I might do it then. But as it is, the group stage, or maybe the World Cup final, if it is, even if it's not Argentina. Oh, this is an interesting thing. The bits for the mask are like protected in this way. Very interesting. Nowadays I'm trying to do this thing where I'm just like hanging out and just doing what I want to do. But I also don't want to necessarily tank my career, if you know what I mean. Get that kitchen knife and start sharpening the end of a runner to a thin point. Let the scuff begin. Yeah, here we go. But yeah. Sorry if that sounded cloud chasey or whatever. I'm trying to make this thing work, okay? Trying to make it work. Trying to do a service here for all of you. All right. So we got some more runners. I'm gonna take them all out. Then we're gonna organize them. Wow, a lot of runners. So how are we all doing today? Are we having a good weekend? all of you in the U.S. You had your holiday on Thursday where you ate food and I don't know, ate a lot of turkey. I don't like turkey. Turkey feels like you wanted chicken and you gave up. That's what it feels like. I'm sorry. I don't like. I will eat it. If someone serves me turkey, I'm not gonna say no because I'm not rude. Okay? Because I'm not rude. If someone serves you food and you do not have like eating problems or disorders, and you're not allergic to the food, you just slightly don't prefer it, then you should eat it because you're an adult. But of course, if you have food allergies or if you have any kind of eating disorder or like whatever, that's a different thing. If you're a picky eater, that's totally acceptable. That's totally cool. But I wouldn't buy turkey for myself. I wouldn't cook turkey for myself. But if someone offers me turkey, I'm not gonna say no because they cook me food, Jerry. Cook me food. I'm not a celebrant of that day. That's fair. I eat turkey once a year because it's there and I like meat. That's fair. Turkey Day good. You do what you gotta do. Turkey is just diet chicken. It's like the Diet Coke of chicken. I appreciate the time off. I love turkey, just not plain roasted turkey. All right, so let's get the letters. What the heck is this? BA14? BA14, is this a runner or is this a flight that I am about to catch from British Airways? Jerry. This is an A runner? There's 2 A runners? What? This runner just says A. It just says A. Why? It's gonna drive me crazy. They're trying to drive me insane, Jerry. So I'm still really happy with how this looks. Look how good the decals look at a distance. They look really good. If you get too close, they don't look super great at some of them, but they look really good at a distance. They look pretty good. This guy came out really well. Really happy with this guy. He makes me smile. He makes me happy. He can stay. He can stay. He can stay. My Transformers more than meets the eye / Lost Light Megatron. He can go. He's a rancid man. He can go. But RX-78-2 can't stay. I'm gonna keep this separate. All right. I'm just trying to get the letters in order before we can do our Meet the Runners nonsense that you guys have actually asked for now, which is, I love that you guys encourage my bullshit. I love it. It's so good. D2. All right, over here. What's this? This one is C2. But is there a C1? Ow. Okay. Alright. We're doing this. We need a bit less of that old exposure. Oh, it went kind of crazy there, didn't it? Exposure locket. Flight BA14 to Scuff landing, reporting immediately. A is for ham is better than turkey. Cinco de Mayo, back on her bullshit. Shut up, I'm not Cinco de Mayo. Alright. Oh, I needed to check the battery on my phone because I don't think it was charging. Because my phone is my camera, as you guys know. It is charging. Oh, the battery was just like very low. Okay. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Okay, wait, what? Hey. There we go. Come back to me, baby. Baby, come back. Alright. Okay. Let's get Chrome. Let's meet the runners. You guys wanna meet the runners? I'm back on my bullshit. Okay. I'm actually gonna use Team Fortress Music in my application for Kawa. Spoiler. You'll be able to see it after I send it because it's basically a general like highlight reel that is meant to be funny. It might have a couple of Kawa things that I need to take out, but it's gonna be funny. Anyway, yeah, because I'm applying to Kawa. It's not a secret. I'm not making it a secret. Whatever. Because I don't need to. I don't need to become a different person if I go to Kawa. I can just stay Maru forever, which I will be. I will never die. Maru the single will never die. Okay, let's go. Meet the runners. Oh, too loud. Whoa. There we go. That's better. Runner A. Runner B1. Runner B2. Runner C1. It's all the red bits. Runner C2, which is transparent purple bits. Runners D1 and D2 and D3? Okay. And finally, the clear runners for the display base for the drum. These, my friends, are today's runners. This one, I mean, this one is just 2 little bits, whatever. I put them back in the wrong order. Put them back in the wrong order! There we go. Are you happy now? Are you satisfied? You satisfied? You're also demanding on my time. Okay. Keep going. Let's get those gloves out. Let's get the tools out. Where's the gloves? Oh, the gloves right here. Okay. Trans purple, my beloved. All right. Stipe, it's a good job, mate. Actually, Giselle, that's literally the what I'm gonna reference in my audition. Anyway, outdoors, guarantee you'll never go hungry. Because as long as there's 2 people in this world, someone's gonna want someone else dead. I did a bit more Glasgow there, I'm sorry. My parents do not care for it. No, Mom, no, Dad, I'm not a crazed gunman, I'm an assassin. Well, one's a job and the other's mental sickness. One's a job, the other's mental sickness. That's the difference with... Okay, my phone is actually draining battery. I don't know what's happening. Give me a second, because this is a bit concerning for me. Because it should not... It should be... It should not be draining battery. It should be charging battery. So please give us a moment. Might need to restart it. I'm gonna restart it. So sorry, it's gonna take a second. It's gonna take a second. While that's happening, there's no camera. So I think it's a good time to say hello to Mirror Time. I was playing to come yesterday to community. Oh, community night is tomorrow. It's not. It wasn't yesterday. It was tomorrow. Yaren, check the updates. Thank you. Maybe it's a dumb question. Have you seen the Prophet dubs of Meet the Team? No, I haven't. Oh, Pog. Yeah, Shin Ultraman is tomorrow. For those of you who want to be, let's go to the Zatsu screen for a minute while my phone restarts itself. Thank you. Sorry, it's a different voice mod that I have on this. Sorry. We're going to watch that later. Sweet. Yeah, sorry. Hello. On Sunday, we are having a... I was just saying, we're just going to do this Satsu screen while I wait for the phone to restart. We're going to do a watch-along of Shin Ultraman on Sunday. Actually, let me put the schedule up again. Oh no, the schedule is wrong because everything's been changed because we had a miscommunication. I thought that the podcast recording was going to be last night and then that Shin Ultraman could be tonight, but because the podcast recording is tonight, Shin Ultraman, I needed to delay it for tomorrow. So if you're interested in watching Shin Ultraman on my Discord, !Discord. I'm not still muted. I'm talking now. You can hear me now, Jerry. But yeah, if you're interested, join my Discord, the Kibo Base. And tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Eastern Time, 10 p.m. UK time, we are going to watch Shin Ultraman together. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, because it's out now. It's out. Subtitled. Okay, how's my phone restarted? Okay, I need to decrypt it. Oh, good. Also, I have like a surprise for you guys next week when I get paid. So it's probably actually gonna be for the weekend or the week after, because I need to get paid for a thing. And anyway, doesn't matter. The point is, this thing is gonna be ready, and I'm very excited about it. Very, 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 very excited about it. I think it's gonna be great going into my first anniversary, which is the end of December, Jerry. And I'm just gonna put all the runners. I never ended up making. Sheila designed me a way of making my own runner shelves, and I never made it because I'm a scumbag. No, because I'm very ill and tired all the time. Okay. Big things coming. Oh, you better believe it. You better believe it. Right. Let's see if we can get this to work. It's already charging faster, so hopefully the camera will not hack it up. Droid cam start. How we're looking? We're looking good. We're looking good. All right. Let's go back. Wow. There we are. So, okay. Wow. Oopa. Okay. Let's start building Hibiki. So we got my parts tray, we got my tools. Need a cutting tray. Come on. Come out here. Was this like stuck? It wasn't stuck. It was like sticky stuck. It was just like I just couldn't get any purchase on it. Right. Okay. Kamen Rider Hibiki. Let's go. It's never taken me this long to start snipping away, but like I had a lot of stuff to show you guys, so whatever. So Master Rider Hibiki, a form where Hibiki, I can't read it, it's too small. Hang on. Maybe I can read it with my augmentation glasses. Right. Okay. Dude, you're too excited today, Giselle. What's with you? You're not normally this excitable. Oh, this is even harder to read. Okay. Forget it. Okay. A former Hibiki, a man who became known as an Oni through rigorous training, transforms by using Henshin Onsa Onkaku. He is a member of the Takeshi, an organization that protects people from evil beings known as the Makamo. He excels in striking attacks using his Ongekibo Rekka and fire-based attacks in combat. He drums on the Ongekiko Kind Suzumi with his Ongekibo to beat cleansing sounds into the Makamo and purify them, and thus, destroy them. So Hibiki uses giant taiko drums. Takeshi is the organization. It's like a Monster Hunter organization, in case you haven't watched the show. We're gonna talk about why I love it so much. Yeah, one of the things is that, like, the mechanism through which a person becomes an Oni is not very clear in the show, because it doesn't really matter. There's no, like, the metaphysics of it don't really matter. But essentially, like, the only thing that we know is that you have to rigorously train really hard. I'm so happy because a kilo of Maru showed up in our house yesterday, also Hibiki. Did you, have you watched Kamen Rider Hibiki? I thought you hadn't. And also, have you, what mate did you get in the end? Beaky boy. Alright, where do we start? Jesus. I love this. The one, like, these all have like Hibiki's symbol. I haven't built a figure standard, so I don't know if they all have like the rider symbol. But the combination of that symbol and that font, this makes it look real. Doesn't this look real like 2001 for some reason? There's like something of like slightly iffy graphic design in there. Whoa, whoa, this is big. This is big. Oh, this is one for the weapons. So we actually start all the way here. Alright. Okay. Okay. What have you got to tell me? Instructions. We went with your advance to go Canarias. I hope you enjoy it. Uruguay's favorite yerba mate. Okay. Yeah. Oh, interesting. The costs of how much to replace each runner. Interesting. Okay. Gate, runner. Cut apart with nippers by some margin. Cut the margin with the blade for a clean finish. Make sure they fit together. You know, it's all the stuff that we know. Oh, we start with the head. Oh, okay. We start in hard mode. Okay. So, here's what I actually want to do. I feel like the thing that would make the most sense, because we're gonna need these parts for like every part of Hibiki. We need to paint these silver parts. We need to do it. So I'm gonna cut them all away and I'm gonna marker paint them. And that's gonna be the stream because it's gonna take a long time. But it's okay. We're gonna keep building Kamen Rider Hibiki. Don't worry. Don't worry. So has anybody watched Kamen Rider Hibiki? Because if you haven't, I mean, I assume a lot of you haven't, because it's not the most popular Kamen Rider show. It's also 17 years old. The marker painting is gonna be terrible, Coleman. I've seen your model kits. You're an accomplished model kit painter. I'm a dirtbag. I'm a dirtbag with a marker. I haven't watched any Kamen Rider, so Master Rider with the green one and the gold black one. I love Hibiki. Yeah, I'm a dirtbag. I'm the kind of person that looks at. All right, give me a moment. Someone's buzzing me. Sorry guys, it's just one of the kids in my clothes who forgot his key. I watched the Marcosatsu History of Hibiki video, so I basically watched the entire show. No, that's not a replacement. Marcosatsu is okay. He's fine. Nothing wrong with him. I don't like that video because all the clips that he used, even though several better versions of Hibiki are available, because Hibiki is not a popular show for reasons that we're going to analyze. And mainly for bad reasons. As in, for bad reasons, as in the fans have bad ideas of what a Kamen Rider show should be. Marcosatsu, for a long time, I watched the Marcosatsu, yeah. Well, no, Marcosatsu did cover the entire show. The problem with it was that, like, he did give it a 2-part video, and he did say it was a masterpiece. So I will give him that, and I do appreciate that a lot. Like, because a lot of people for a long time hated on Hibiki and in the fandom, and they always called it bad. And it's always been my favorite. And since I watched it in like 2009, and I'm gonna analyze that for a second. But my problem with the Marcosatsu video is that by the point that Marcosatsu made this video, there were several for a long time. In terms of a subtitled version of Hibiki, we only had the TV Nihon version, which not only was it bad because TV Nihon subtitling is trash, because TV Nihon is trash, they are trash and I hate them, but also it was a very old sub from around 2008 and it was like really low quality, really potato quality. It looked horrible. And Hibiki, as we have established, is a beautiful show. And by we have established, you know, let me establish it for you. Let me reestablish that right here and right now. It's a beautiful show, Jerry. It's a beautiful show that was filmed in HD in 2005 in 30 FPS, 30 or 60 depending on who you ask. But like, oh, these are acrylic markers I got on Amazon. They came recommended. Fine point, quick dry, multi-surface. Boom. This is a gorgeous show. It's a beautiful show that makes the best of the cinematography, of the suits, of the aesthetic, of nature. It's filmed in the first 29 episodes have so many scenes that are in forests and mountains and cliffsides. And even scenes that are not that, they have, I think, like the scene that comes after this one, probably not the next photo because they're randomized. It's so beautiful. It's so aesthetic. And Marco Satsu, for some reason, chose to use only clips from the TV Nihon version. It might have been for copyright because they're such bad quality that I would imagine Content ID would not be able to catch it. But at least show still images, man. Please. This show is very, very pretty. These gifts are just in here. It's not because they're pretty. It's just because they're good Hibiki gifts in the same folder. Okay? Just deal with that. Look at this shot composition. Look at the shot composition. This is just for 2 seconds. She's putting up a help wanted sign. That's oh my god, I forgot the name of the character and the actor because my name the actor died very young, but they reference her as being alive in Kamen Rider Geo, which is a beautiful thing. She married Todoroki, which is very nice. Why are you still putting this gosh darn gif, Jerry? Move on. These are all just random. These are Zanki in the foreground, Todoroki in the background, about to transform. Those are their henshin devices. That's the final frame of the show. Spoilers, but it's very beautiful. Again, shot composition. Look at this. Incredible. Gorgeous. Anyway, I should make it. I should make this like last shorter. It's just a beautiful show. That's the point I'm trying to make. Oh yeah, Zanki's very young. This is just a folder of screenshots that I took from Hibiki that I feel are very aesthetic. They're just really beautiful shots. That's why this is here. But you know, I think you should still watch the show because even if you watch the Marco Satsu, you should still watch the show. These are the disc animals. They're like they're like CDs that turn into animals. They're really cool. Okay, let's experiment a bit. See how this looks. Not really doing much, is it? That's Hibiki imagining himself with a motorcycle that looks like Kamen Rider Ichigo's. Is the pen that skinny? It's really that skinny. Hi, Toxan! There are more pictures than this that this is not showing for some reason. Where's my post-its, man? Where did post-its go? Oh, there. I don't know what's with this, man. Which more Rider will be on streaming services? Toei Gonna Toei. I hope you're enjoying the weird gradient decal kit. Yeah. Tell Shout Factory you want it. That's apparently a big factor for them. I'm very much watch whatever Kamen Rider appeals to you, with the big asterisk of watching Hibiki before Kiva because Kiva did Keijimatsu dirty. Okay, I'm gonna remove the slideshow now. Oh yeah, no, look at this picture. This is beautiful, isn't it? Gorgeous. Again, shot composition. They're just buying groceries. And look at the shot composition of this. This show is beautifully filmed, Jerry. Oh, I think it's because I have it on random. It's repeating them too much. If your training is not giving results, just train more. That's the lesson of the show. I love this one. Todoroki exhausted wearing his Flogging Molly t-shirt. Despite how I seem, I am a man who has loved many women. Anyway, let's stop that. Let's start building. So this marker is not working very well. I might open one of the other ones because, like, no matter how much. Hang on. Shake the pen before using. Press the tip to release the air. Press the tip several times vertically until the ink exudates. Recap the pen tightly after use. I mean, I've done all those. I don't know. I don't think it's tried out. So, okay. Okay, there we go. There we go, for 17 seconds and then it goes away. Okay. I mean, it seems better though. Let's try it. Okay. Luckily we have others. But this is almost unused, man. I haven't used that much. Paid markers are stubborn sometimes. Distribution for official writer subs all seem to be all over the place. Discotheque is doing black, which is awesome. Yeah, when are we getting any of these releases, huh? In the UK? Never. We don't deserve them. So why is Kamen Rider here? Like, some of you who are watching, can I get a show of hands? Can you give me a give me an emote. Give me this emote. Hang on, can you use this emote? Yeah, this is a follower emote, right? Give me this emote. If you have never watched Kamen Rider Hibiki, just tim me up, Jerry. And I'll tell you a bit of what it's about. I'm not gonna, you know, it doesn't have a complicated plot, so don't worry. There's not a lot of world building to go into. We don't. Tax for our country being attached to England. Yeah. Okay, so a bunch of you have not watched Kamen Rider Hibiki. Have you guys watched any Kamen Rider? I mean, I guess some of you haven't. So, like, some of what I'm going to explain is not going to make a lot of sense if you haven't watched any Kamen Rider. But, basically, Kamen Rider Hibiki is different from other Rider shows. Rider shows have a certain vibe and a certain feel to them, but they're all quite different from each other for the most part. And they have evolved over the past, 50 years of Kamen Rider. And there's a lot of different vibes, a lot of different styles. That's why it's so accessible in some ways, because you can pick a Rider show that appeals to you, right? Maybe you want to watch the one about the detective boyfriends. Maybe you want to watch the one about the vagrant who listens to ska. Maybe you want to watch the one about the high school friends that takes inspiration from Mean Girls. Maybe you want to watch, I don't know, the one that takes a lot of inspiration from the plot of Mega Man X and Blade Runner. That's 01. That's 01, Force, O's, and Double, respectively. And, but maybe you're after something else. Now, in the early 2000s, Breakfast Club, indeed. So, Kamen Rider existed in the 70s, briefly revived in the 80s, but basically had died as a force in Toku in the 90s. Its creator, Shotaro Ishinomori, dies in 1998. And in the year 2000, a producer called Shigenori Takatera is tasked with reviving Kamen Rider. He creates a new season. Non-Toku people here in 01 built OP for the first time. Yeah. They have, I mean, most Kamen Rider OPs are bangers. Let's not lie. Most of them are bangers. Kuga, the Blade ones are bangers. The ones for Hibiki are bangers in a different way. Yeah, most of them. Journey Through the Decade from Kamen Rider Decade, literally by Gact, literally by Gact, Jerry. And the Gact, who showed up in Final Fantasy VII Crisis Core for the Sony PlayStation Portable on Universal Media Disc. So, Shigenori Takatera brings back Kamen Rider with Kamen Rider Kuga. And Kamen Rider Kuga is a hit. It's a huge hit. It's like the first time Toku is back in the mainstream for like a decade, since Jetman, basically, because Toku had kind of become more of an otaku and children kind of thing. One of them is sung by Ash Ketchum. God. And Kuga, now I haven't watched Kuga, so I can be corrected. I wonder if you could BGM to wow everyone here. Well, I can't. I would get DMCA'd. I would get muted on the VODs because I didn't set up this as a multi-track VOD properly for this stream, sadly, which I should have, because I wanted to do it with the soundtrack to Hibiki. But you know what? Fuck it. fuck it. I could post a YouTube link. Yeah. Hang on. You know what? Let's play a couple of things. Who cares if it gets muted? Whatever. If it gets muted, I'm just gonna play like OP length 1 minute versions. Fucking we ballin'. Fucking we ballin'. Right. Kamen Rider 01 opening. Someone must have had the opening online, right? Just the opening. Yeah, okay. Okay, I got it. Alright. Let's pause tea time by inverse. And let's bring some Chrome on here. Chrome action. Okay. Yeah, get ready. Because this owns. This absolutely owns. Yeah. It's just a minute and I'm gonna go quiet so I can easily clip this out. Good luck with the stream and the pain markers. I need to sleep. Oh, okay. Have a good sleep, Coleman. I hope you enjoy seeing the product of my efforts. So have a good sleeps. Bye bye. All right. So then we just do this. I hope you guys are ready for this. This is gonna blow your socks clean off. Such a good OP. Hang on. That is the best anime opening of the last 10 years. Oh god, Subaru Osura is getting in the way of my... Because I was showing people the Subaru Osura stand for those of you. Also, hi Sheila. Do we have the Kamen Rider? Do we have the Hibiki opening? Do we have the Hibiki opening since we're here? The OP. Oh, actually, it's gonna show up first episode. There we go. Since we're here, because we're doing Hibiki after all. So yeah, I'm gonna put one more just to give you, for those of you who don't watch Kamen Rider, to give you like one more like measure of what a Kamen Rider opening looks like, because you've noticed the Hibiki one is very different from the 01 one. The 01 one is more of a traditional one, like of a modern Rider show, which is an exciting pop or rock song. So I'm gonna put one more that I wanted to be representative. What could it be? I guess Be the One. Black? No, I want to put a modern one, like Heisei era. Blade? Be the One. I think everyone knows Be the One though. Okay, everyone just wants to Be the One. Okay. Oh yeah, Round Zero. You know, I'm gonna put Round Zero because you guys know Be the One already. You guys know it. I'm trying to teach you a lesson here. I'm trying to teach you something. I'm trying to do a service over here. Okay? This is the year before Hibiki, actually. Oh, it's very low. Milk. Yeah, this is 2004, right? Ah, look at those. Ah, they don't ride the bikes that much anymore for complicated reasons in Kamen Rider shows. They used to do it more. balloon. Okay. Okay, we're done. We're done with this section of the stream. We're done with it. We're done, Jerry. Also, I need to reposition myself. But what? Okay. All right. Let's go back to music. So, traffic laws so strict that they got hard time securing place to. Yeah, essentially, they don't ride motorcycles that much in Kamen Rider anymore because of the strictness of traffic laws. They used to be able to do it much more, and they used to do many more stunts. So, what am I trying to say with that? So, Hibiki, as you can tell, yeah, the modern bikes are also very not street legal. The older ones were a bit more street legal. They make them too fancy, Jerry. Okay, yeah, this marker works much better. So we're gonna use this one. As you may have surmised from seeing that, those three openings, Hibiki is different. Hibiki looked different. Hibiki felt different. It doesn't even have a cool pop song. It has an evocative boomer-ass ballad as the ending theme, but it has like an instrumental, sort of epic, Jidaigeki almost, theme song. This is working all right, isn't it? It's looking okay so far. So, that's a complicated thing that I'm not gonna get into too much. The short answer is that it is supposed to be a Kamen Rider. Basically, in very, very, very early pre-production, they were considering to make it not a Kamen Rider, and then they decided to make it a Rider. I want to see a Kamen Rider show where Ken Block does all the driving. I don't know who Ken Block is. So they get Shigenori Takatero, and he makes Kamen Rider Kuga in the year 2000. And Kamen Rider Kuga is a mega hit, and it makes the star of the main actor Joe Odagiri, who plays the titular Kamen Rider Kuga. He becomes a household name, and in what people nowadays call the Odagiri effect, which is that people will people outside the demographic will tune in to see the handsome man. So Kamen Rider Kuga. Now, anybody who has seen Kuga on here, please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not a car bro by any stretch of the imagination, but have you ever seen any of his insane driving videos? My God, I have no idea. I don't know anything about that. But do link me, Ninfrando. So yeah, the marker actually is really quite good with the detail. I'm gonna put my augmentation glasses on. Augmentation, she says, that she's a cyborg. I'm not a cyborg, I'm an android. Well, I'm a balloon right now. I'm a sentient balloon. Can we get this any higher by any chance? Yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. We can do that. There we go. Much better. So haven't heard Ken Block in a while. The man that used to bought most of his Ford Mustang. God. So anybody who has watched Kuga, I think Sono here has watched Kuga. Please correct me if I'm wrong. What made Kuga stand apart is that it was using a lot of elements of the then in the early 2000s, you started seeing a lot of crime J-dramas, crime and legal J-dramas, right? So we're talking about police procedurals, stories about lawyers. Takuya Kimura, one of the biggest actors in Japan, he did a J-drama about being a lawyer, I believe. And so they basically made it a sort of police procedural almost. They made it into a J-drama. The difference between a tokusatsu and a J-drama at the time was very marked, and it still is. A J-drama is essentially a soap opera. It's a serious television series. And tokusatsu always had its own language, its own feel, its own vibe. And that ended up with it being relegated to kind of being just kids stuff. Kids and otaku stuff. Kuga is good. Law and Order writer. For Maru, he's a driver that basically turns driving into painting. He's like a fine artist, but instead of using a brush, he uses a car. Wow. They use 50% police procedural to frame the show around the big social anxieties of the day. So that made it a hit. Because people were like, oh, tokusatsu isn't just this dumb thing for children anymore. We can make serious science fiction. We can make a serious story. that also has a lot of funny bits for the kids and a lot of the silly costumes and the monsters. Oh, I'm back to being a me. All right. Oh no, I was going away. Oh, I need to fix this in some manner. Anyway, oh, the ponytail. Always I default to the ponytail. Every time, Jerry. Oh, wrong one. There we go. And so just gonna move a bit. There we go. Still not happy. Still needs to be a bit more. There we go. We need a media share stream where we show her his driving skills. Yeah, maybe. Okay, so this marker is working pretty well for this, actually. I'm very surprised. So, so Kuga comes out. It's a big hit. And Sono, I don't know if you can correct me here, or if you know enough info, or if you can Google it. Did Shigenori Takatera stay on as a producer all the way to Hibiki? Is that what happened? Because it was such a hit, or did he just do? Did he do Agito? Did he do any others, or did he just do Kuga? He had done Sentai, I think. He had some interesting ideas. Shigenori Takatera, the producer in a toku show, it's kind of like what you would call a showrunner in some ways, right? In the West, at least in this case. Maru reacts to stream to Hoonigan videos. Just Kuga, Black, and Hibiki. Oh yeah, he had worked on Black. He wasn't showrunner. He wasn't producer. He was like assistant producer on Black. And he had brought back Kamen Rider. Agito was a sort of semi-sequel to Kuga. Not really. We don't need to go into it. Black and Black RX, yeah. And you know, Takatera moved on. And Kamen Rider moved on. Kamen Rider Ryuki came along, which was also a big hit. And it was starting to capture the collectors and nostalgia boom, because also we had the nostalgia boom in the 2000s. I'm building up to Hibiki, by the way. I'm building up to explaining why Hibiki is unique and why it failed. And then Vice, and then Blade. But by this point, the luster had worn off. The elements of J-drama were still there. The elements of regular soap opera were still there. But it was kind of not hitting right. It was not a mass. These other shows, especially Blade, they were not big hits. And they were struggling in the big metric that Toei cares about, which is toy sales. Of course they cared about toy sales. The toys were not selling for Blade. And they were not... this decline had started, I believe, as early as Fives. So they're like, okay... I think, was Gato a thing already in 2004? I need to lurk like a little bit right here. Thank you. Which is a shame because all the Blade stuff is beautiful. Oh, yeah, it totally is. Totally is. Blade even had some staff changes throughout, but I don't know enough about Blade because I never even watched it. Oh, sorry. My back is kind of killing me today. And posture is really hard to maintain when you're doing this kind of stream, let me tell you. When you're trying to keep this to the camera, but also be able to see it. The marker's working really well for this, by the way, I want to say. It's working well enough. So, Blade doesn't do very well. And so they bring in Shigenori Takatera for Hibiki. Now, I don't speak Japanese. I haven't read any of the interviews with Takatera because nobody in the English Toku fandom is interested in translating them because they don't like Hibiki. Because Hibiki is a very mature show, and I'm gonna explain what that means. Not mature in the sense of blood or sex, mature in the sense of emotions and in the sense of writing. And it's different. It's also different. And nerds don't like things when they're different. Nerds want everything to always be the same. Because a lot of Western nerds are not very smart. So they bring in Takatera in what was probably an attempt to rescue Kamen Rider from mediocrity and from getting cancelled. And you know, because the toys were not selling, you can't make the show. They're expensive shows to make. I know they don't look expensive to Western eyes because they have cheap CGI and cheap costumes. They're not cheap to make. They're not cheap shows to make. And Fives did sell well, but it was Blade where the sales really dipped. Oh, thank you for converting your Prime sub to a tier 1, Mallory Lamb. Thank you. Also welcome. Garo was late 05. Okay, so Garo is like when Hibiki's out. How was the stream show off? Did I send too many old things? No, you didn't. We haven't done stream show off yet. Aruto Janaito. Hi, Ironhide. Also, hi, Mallory. Hello. But yeah, so, you know, so they bring in Takatera, and what I would imagine, what I assume based on the production history, was they were like, in Shigenori, listen, bro, you brought back Kamen Rider from the wilderness years where we had no Kamen Rider. You made it into a household name. You made Joe Odagiri. You made that man. We want you to do it again. They probably told him to do whatever he wanted. And they grabbed some concepts because they were thinking of canceling Kamen Rider. And they were thinking of starting this other show. And they started doing some very preliminary work to this other show. By which I mean, I think all that we had was that they were going to be ninjas. And it was going to be a reimagining of Shotaro Ishinomori's... is it Ninja Senshi Arashi? Anyway. And that's the reason why the Onis still have like tabby feet. Like tabby sock feet. Because we're going to be ninjas, Jerry. So, So. Hibiki begins. And the show is doing even worse than Blade in terms of toy sales, I think. I'm not sure about ratings. I haven't checked the ratings. Yeah, Kuga had the other gear effect. Yeah, I explained that earlier. And welcome to the show. And Hibiki is doing worse. The toys are selling worse. It's getting worse feedback, I believe. It's getting worse reviews, I think. I don't know if it's getting worse reviews, but the toys are not selling, and that's the important thing that you need to know. The toys were not selling. And halfway into the show, about halfway, 2/3, I would say, roughly 2/3, they say Toei comes along and replaces the entire production staff. They check out the main writers, and they check out, and Shigenori Takatera is out. And who do they bring in? Well, they bring in a guy who was a known quantity, who was known for making shows that were successful and were not in any way, at the time, they were not like that groundbreaking in some ways. They were just like standard toku, and they knew that they could rely on him. They bring in fucking Inoue of Jetman fame. Is it Takehiko Inoue? Is that his first name? Inoue. Current writer of, lead writer of, or producer, I can't remember, of Dawn Brothers. He's very good with Dawn Brothers. He was not good for Hibiki. Toshiki Inoue. Now, Toshiki Inoue, yeah, writer. Toshiki Inoue, well, they brought him in as a showrunner for Hibiki. I'm pretty sure. Or both showrunner and writer. And also, I don't want to bark on Inoue too much, because while there's a lot of his stuff that I don't like, this was probably mandate. He probably got in this knowing that he had to do specific things that Toei wanted him to do. So, Toei mandate that the show needs a rival character. We're going to go into that in a second when I tell you a bit about the story. They mandate a rival character for the main character. The main character of Kamen Rider Hibiki, by the way, is not this guy. It's not Kamen Rider Hibiki. It's his protege, who is a boy called Asumu. And they bring in a rival for Asumu. They place more emphasis on Asumu becoming an Oni under Hibiki's wing. The budget was a problem because the show was not bringing in the sales. So they were like, you can't keep shooting these huge battles on the countryside with huge, beautiful cinematography in the middle of the mountains, in the middle of the forest. None of this. This is very expensive to film. You're gonna do it in the city on the cheap. You're not gonna fight giant CGI monsters. We need to design a new one every week. You're gonna fight guys in rubber costumes now, like a normal Kamen Rider show. The show starts getting much more comedic. They introduce an evil Kamen Rider for a couple of episodes so that the writers have an evil rider to fight with. They do a lot of stuff that's not great. But a lot of people rag on this part of Hibiki because it's not true Hibiki. And I agree, as a hardcore fan of Hibiki that I am. I literally have a shelf in my house dedicated to Kamen Rider Hibiki. I will one day get a Kamen Rider Hibiki tattoo. But the reality is that the second half is not the last third of Hibiki is not as bad as people say, but it's nowhere near as good. The problem is the last part of Hibiki is a serviceable Kamen Rider show. The first half of Kamen Rider Hibiki is a masterpiece and is my favorite television show of all time. Of all time, I am including every Western show I've ever watched. I'm including every toku I've ever watched. Okay, I'm including Star Trek: The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine in that assessment. Okay, I'm including Babylon 5 in that assessment. It's great. Okay? And I'm gonna explain to you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Tell me why, tell me why. Tell me what you are. Don't know why, don't know why, don't know why you're afraid. What have we got? Yeah, he's the head writer starting at 30. Oh, okay, head writer, okay. Oh, hang on. We got a lot of chat. He was the right. Inoue generally gets to do what he wants. Inoue is specifically a writer who's known for putting out scripts very, very quickly, which is why he's got so many credits. He's the standard fallback. Yeah, he's very, very good at writing scripts. I am more of House Gaim. I'm not. Yeah, I'm okay on Gaim. Yeah, he basically quit after a decade, but before then they got him a lot because he could produce under strict. Yeah, because that's the problem. Like, okay, so let's talk a bit about television production. A lot of people don't know this. I mean, I've never worked in TV production, but I've had enough friends that do, and I've, read about it and read interviews. TV production, especially if anything that requires special effects or heavy costuming, is extremely time-consuming. Okay? Extremely time-consuming. Tokusatsu, extremely time-consuming. So they needed somebody to replace the current staff that could do all of this in a strict deadline. So they had Inoue. And the cast complained, for example, I'm pretty sure Shigeaki Hosokawa, the actor for Hibiki, I think in his blog, or maybe one of the other actors in his blog, they said that under Takatera, they participated in the writer's room. And they gave suggestions for their characters that got taken on board. And there's a lot of the stuff that ended up in the show that was there. This marker is looking great on these, by the way. It's making them look actual silver compared to the candy situation we got going. And in the last third of Hibiki, there was such a rush to change everything. Hibiki also got an upgrade form, which he didn't need. This is not that kind of show, but they needed to sell toys. The upgrade form is fine. It's not the worst upgrade form I've ever seen. And yeah, the cast did not have input. Look how good that's looking. Can you see how good that looks? It's nice and silver. Can you see that? Can you see how good that looks? Hang on a second. Can you see how silver that looks? You're looking very silver, Jerry. Looking very good. Looking much nicer. I know someone's thinking quit as much as the landscape changed because of Double and Riku Sanjo kind of took his spot. The early design times were very Riku Sanjo and Yasuke Kobayashi heavy. I'm not sure if there's any reason ever given. I assume he did because he's been on this a whole decade, probably wanted a break. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. So, okay. With that preamble, let's talk about why Kamen Rider Hibiki, the first 29 episodes, and also the last of it, because no matter how terrible those episodes are sometimes, they cannot besmirch the first 29, and it's still a masterpiece. Kamen Rider Hibiki is not the story of Kamen Rider Hibiki. Kamen Rider Hibiki is the story of a boy called Adachi Asumu Adachi, rather, in the Western style. Is that chrome marker? It's like a chromey silver kind of marker. I think his style just didn't suit what they wanted for Kamen Rider. Yeah. So, Asumu is a high school boy. He lives in a small flat with a single mom who's a taxi driver. They're not exactly well off. he just transferred schools, and he wasn't banned in the other school. He doesn't know if he wants to be in band. He doesn't know what he wants to do in his life. He's a bit lost because he's a teenager. He's also like 15. Is it 15? Is it 15, 14? He is target demographic age. I don't know if Hibiki is better than Ghost. I haven't watched Ghost. And Hibiki is very difficult to compare with other writer shows for me. Hibiki is more comparable to J-dramas rather than Toku. I think he's 15, yeah. So, he's a shy boy. He's lost in life. He doesn't know who he is, what he wants to do. You know? He goes on this family outing because I think a relative, I think one of his grand uncles died, and he goes to like this island with his mom, and it's this big family reunion. He's alienated there. He ends up hanging out with his cool aunt, and they end up just going to the countryside, hanging out. On the boat on the way to the island, a boy falls overboard because he's trying to look at the dolphins, and this strange man in a leather jacket jumps overboard, hangs onto the side of the boat, saves the child, to Asumu's amazement. He brings the child back up with superhuman agility, what seems like superhuman agility. Oh, I've been Konged again. Actually, a good reminder. I want to Kong. And Asumu, jaw agape, looks at the man, who walks away as the parents of the child thank him. And answering Asumu's unasked question, the man simply says, "I am well trained." That, my friends, is the Oni Hibiki. So Kamen Rider Hibiki is the story of how Asumu comes into the orbit of Hibiki and becomes basically starts seeing Hibiki as a bit of an older brother, like as a bit of a role model, because you know his mom means well, but she's working all the time. She's very nice, but she's also kind of on his case a bit. Hibiki is the cool guy that Asumu wants to be like. Hibiki's a dork, by the way. He's kind of cool, but he's also kind of aloof. He's a bit of a Luddite. Luddite, for those of you who are not aware of the word, it means he doesn't like technology very much. He doesn't hate it. He just... So Hibiki is part of this national monster hunting organization called Takeshi, named after Takeshi Hongo, the first Kamen Rider from the 70s. And Takeshi have branches all over Japan. And Takeshi are a bunch of humans and Oni that fight against the Makamo. The Makamo are essentially naturally occurring monsters. They're basically a natural phenomenon, but they need to be culled so that human beings can survive because they eat humans. So that is it in a nutshell. There's not many Hibikis. There's many Oni all over Japan. There's several in the Kanto region around Tokyo. That's what Tokyo is, right? It's Kanto. And essentially, the way that they deal with the monsters, it's not like a big epic story or adventure. It's literally like, okay, there's been sightings of a Makamo in this place. There's been reports of it. So we need to send someone. So they're like, okay, we're gonna send this week. We're gonna send. Oh, hang on, I got an ad coming up. We got an ad. Gang, I'm gonna run a 1 minute ad so that we can just like keep going. The head of Takeshi is also named Tachibana. Yeah. Well, there's a Tachibana family, which I'm gonna talk about in a second. But gang, in case you're new here, in case you came from the raid or whatever, like I am an affiliate, and that means that I do need to run ads, but I you know, I tell you when the ads run, and that way you can take a break rather than having it interrupt the action. So go get yourself a cup of tea, go get yourself a can of Coke, a can of Dr. Pepper, and I would die for them as well. Yeah, we will be right back in 1 minute. Wow. Wow. And if you are a subscriber, welcome to Maru Cinco's hole. Welcome to the hole in hell. I'm gonna change the music while we're here. Anyway, sorry, we're back. I got distracted doing a thing. We're back. I'm broken. Let's go Twitch Mobile. Lol. Anyway, so where were we? So Hibiki is part of this this group called Tachibana, and no, this group called Takeshi. And he operates in Tokyo out of the Tachibana Dumpling Cafe, which is run by the Tachibana family, which again, that's a reference to the original series to Tachibana Tobei, who was the mentor, because these guys are like the ones that help the writers, so just like Tachibana Tobei did. So, the Tachibana family are a very lovely family. It's like Ichiro Tachibana, who is the father, and then the two daughters who are Kasumi and is it Hinaka? Yeah. Who are lovely. Kasumi, who is a bit like the older sister, who is more like, she's the Onesan, she's kind of cooler, she's kind of chiller, she's more mature. And then Hinaka, who is like very, very, very just like upbeat and bubbly, and I love her. She's my favorite character in the show, other than Hibiki. And so basically for them, the way that they operate is literally like, oh, we heard there was a monster. We got a sighting of a monster in this such and such area. Or we know that a monster should show up here because of the season of the year that it is. So they're like, okay, who's available for this based on the kind of monster that we're gonna fight? We're gonna fight a monster that has long legs. So we need to get an Oni that can do that does slicing attacks. So Hibiki can't do it. So for that they get Todoroki and Zanki, who have bladed weapons. They have guitars that turn into axes. And what they do is they send a Kamen Rider, an Oni, and a backup person that is usually not. Sometimes they are a retired Oni, or they are another Oni. Sometimes they are, more often than not, they're a normal baseline human. So, for example, for Hibiki, his main partner when they go out on the Makamo hunt is Kasumi. So, a typical mission for Hibiki is like him and Kasumi pack up their camping supplies in a minivan. They drive to the middle of the mountains, and they take out all the little disc animals. You know, these what these discs turn into, and they go out to scout to find the monsters, the Makamo, and then they're gonna eventually fight them and kill them. The Makamo are also helped by the Doji and Hime. Yeah, silver is looking nice, isn't it? It's looking pretty good. It's pretty decent. You know, considering that it's such a cheap marker solution, you know, I'm not doing a proper painting job. So there is like the Makamo have like these like sort of heralds who are these humanoid demons called the Doji and the Hime, who are like a man and a woman. Hibiki, why does Maru call you baby girl? What? And they look human, but they're not. They're demons, and they actually wear, when they turn into their demon form, they have scarves, which is again, it's a reference to like 70s Kamen Rider. I still haven't gotten to what makes the show different. I'm sorry. But yeah, they just treat this as a job, and there is like a bit of a subplot of that the Doji and the Hime, who are like a man and a woman, but they have like the voices are flipped, like the woman actor voices the man and vice versa, which is cool. Trans rep in 2005. I'm joking. So anyway, there's several Oni, and the theme of the show is Doji and Hime scared the shit out of me the first time they showed up because of their voices. I did not expect it. Yeah. So this is the bit I've been scared of because this is the most visible bit, the harness bit, and the face, of course. Well, these are the horns. So as I said, it's the story of Asumu. Asumu meets Hibiki, and he gets really attached to Hibiki. He wants to be around Hibiki, finds Hibiki inspiring, and Hibiki kind of takes him under his wing. You know, Asumu is struggling with exams. He's struggling with like starting to like girls, all this kind of teenage boy stuff. And Hibiki becomes his role model. And the show is basically a coming of age soap opera about a teenage boy going through adolescence and finding a big brother. And it just so happens that his big brother is a monster hunter. You know? Anyway, hello, I'm back. Time to play Sims. Nice. I love Boyo. You know, and you know, it's just a story of people hanging out and getting to know each other and being nice to each other. Everybody in Hibiki, in the first 29 episodes, everybody in Hibiki is very nice to each other and understanding. And if they're ever not nice, it's because of like a misunderstanding or insecurities. Nobody is bad in Hibiki. Everyone means well, and everyone is working hard. And it's about that. It's about putting in the work, and it's about finding people with whom you can grow and with whom you can create a family. And sometimes some of those people are from your blood family, and sometimes they're not. Asumu ends up becoming a part-time worker at the Tachimara Dumpling Cafe, and of course, helping out. And the main theme of it is mentors. The main theme of Hibiki, I would say, is growing up and mentorship. I love the musical numbers. Yeah, they have musical numbers at the very beginning, which they dropped kind of immediately, sadly. And so the main writers, other than Hibiki, are Ibuki, who is a mentor. Ibuki is the son of the leader of Takeshi. Babs, thank you for the raid! Holy frig! Thank you! Thank you! Welcome, Raiders! I'm talking about Kamen Rider Hibiki, because I'm building Kamen Rider Hibiki. Mate. How you doing? Welcome, folks. Can someone do a shout out? Toxan, can you do a shout out for Pabs? Please, pretty please. Because I have my hands full with this situation. Thank you. How was your stream, Pabs? Welcome to oh, you're playing Katamari Damacy. I love Katamari Damacy. Na 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 Katamari Damacy. But yeah, welcome folks from that stream. I am Maru Cinco, hero of hope, idol of disaster. I play retro. I'm a bright streamer. I play retro games. I make art. I make graphics. I sing. And on weekends we build model kits. We are currently building the figurized standard Kamen Rider Hibiki, which I'm taking a lot of time with because it's my favorite Kamen Rider, and I'm explaining to the chat why Hibiki, why I love it, why it's important to me. And I'm taking my time with this because I need to paint these parts because they're instead of silver, they made them just dull gray, so they need to be silver. Otherwise, I will not be able to live with myself. I don't want to fist fight the King of Cosmos though. He has a fightable personality. Yeah, he does. He does. He's a bastard. He is. Okay, let me just stretch. Daddy issues the game. So yeah, folks, Pavs, if you need to go in the lurk, don't worry. I know how streaming can take it out of you. Here's to you, buddy. Okay. All right. Okay. Wow. But yeah, thank you for coming. Thank you for bringing your community to me. And hope you have a good time. Can't believe they made an entire franchise based on one Chowder episode. What? Chowder? So that's what makes Hibiki different. It's a coming-of-age story about doing your best. And sometimes your best is not enough, and that's okay. And sometimes you fail, and that's okay too. And Asumu's mom is very thirsty for the Oni. She's hot for Oni. For all of them. Every time she meets an Oni, she's like, oh, he's so hot. So, I was telling you about the other Oni. So the secondary writer is Kamen Rider Ibuki. Ibuki is the son of the leader of Takeshi. Ibuki is going to become the next leader, probably. And he's younger than Hibiki. And he already has an apprentice called Akira. Who is a girl the same age as Asumu, who I think goes to the same school. She ends up going to the same school anyway. Even if she's not at the beginning. She's a girl whose parents got killed by Makamo, and she's trying to become an Oni under Ibuki. So they have that kind of relationship, like mentor and pupil, but it's more officially as a Kamen Rider thing. Luke, can you blame her? No, you can't. I'll send you the video later. Okay. Hibiki always gave me Jackie Chan vibes. Yeah, Hibiki is like your dad. He's like... I'm gonna go into this in a bit when I talk about Takeshi Hongo, but I feel he represents the Showa writers best of any modern writers, and you can fight me on that. And by Showa writers, I mean especially like Takeshi Hongo in specific. So you have Ibuki, who is a master, the master of Akira, who is an apprentice who cannot even transform yet, but she can use some of the devices and stuff. Then you have the third writer, Todoroki. When we meet Todoroki, he's not even called Todoroki yet because the names of the writers become their names as people. Basically, you let go of your old name and you become the Oni. So Todoroki is learning under Zanki, who is thinking of retiring. He's a guitar Oni whose axe turns into a guitar to do the final move. The same as Hibiki fights with these sticks that then become a taiko drum. Oh, Ibuki has a little handheld machine gun that then he can plug in the middle of his belt and turns into a trumpet. It's fucking sick, bro. Anyway, so Todoroki is a pupil. And he's learning from this older Oni who is a bit older than Hibiki. You know, he's meant to be older. Played by the smoldering hot Kenji Matsuda. And oh no. Okay. And so Todoroki's a pupil and he just becomes, you see him just officially become an Oni as the show in the early arcs of the show. As Sanki decides to basically retire and become Todoroki's like support partner, like his backup. Like the guy that's in the camper van, you know, checking maps and making the meals and stuff. It's a show that places a lot of emphasis on hard work while also knowing your limits, which I think is a very adult thing. It's a very grown-up thing. It's not just like, oh, work really hard and everything will come to you. It's like, work really hard, be conscientious about it, but know your limits and know that sometimes you can't work hard. And as long as you're trying your best and you're being kind to yourself and to others, then you'll be okay. And you'll find your people. And it's a beautiful show. There was that frame that I showed when I was showing the slideshow in which, you know, Asumu is telling Hibiki that he's, you know, I don't know, he's insecure about something. I can't remember what the scene is about. And Hibiki says to him, if your training is not giving results yet, just keep at it. Just keep at it. And it will give results. Eventually. Because if you work really hard at something, eventually you become good at it. To a degree. There's a degree to which you will become good at it. No matter what it is. You will be better than you were if you didn't do it. For definite. You will learn things. About whatever it is. You know? That goes for VTubing, that goes for art, that goes for making model kits, that goes for performing in front of an audience as a streamer. Performing in front of an audience as a stand-up comedian, trust me on that one. That one took me years to get right. That's why I can talk so relaxedly and confidently to all of you freaks. Because I am the alpha nerd who is not shy to talk to an audience. That's why one day I will be bigger than German985. That's a joke. Okay. I think that's pretty good. It's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good, isn't it? I just need this bits. So, that's why I love Hibiki, because Kamen Rider Hibiki is not a story about like all the cool power-ups and the cool, weird storylines and whatever. It's a show that basically has no plot. There's a subplot about there being like a weird Doji and Hime that are powering up the Makamo and the Doji and Hime. That never gets resolved properly because that was a plotline from Takatera that got dropped by Inoue basically and gets left in a cliffhanger, in a weird cliffhanger. But before we get to the second half of the show and what happens in it, I want to tell you, I'm going to tell you how the first part ends, the really good part. And if you want to not get spoiled, you're kind of 17 years too late. Because the show aired in 2005. But if you want to get spoiled, come back in 10 minutes. It's not a huge spoiler. It's not a story spoiler. It's more like a character spoiler. So, okay, spoiler zone. In the final episode of Takatera's run, which is clearly not meant to be an ending of the story, but it really feels like at least a season finale, if not a show finale. If you understand what I mean. It feels like the end of a plot arc. Everyone ends up at the Tachibana house, including Asumu's mom. And I think they're talking about how Asumu was like struggling with something. He's always struggling with something, that boy. He's okay. He's gonna be okay. He's gonna be okay, you know? He'll be fine. He'll find a way through. And they're there, and in this final scene, Shigenori Takatera decided that this was clearly where he needed to put in his thesis of the show. And Asumu's mom clearly spells out the thesis of the show that's already been perfectly implied so far, but you know. She says it out loud because it's a children's show and we need to say it clearly because the children need to understand it. The thesis is, and this is something I try to live by and I try to remember in my really tough moments, and you guys know this year has been horrific for me personally. She says, life, I'm going to misquote it, but roughly. She says, life is just a series of times when you fall down and you get back up, and you fall down and you get back up, and you fall down and you get back up, and you have to keep getting back up. And that's the thing. You're going to keep falling. In life, things are going to go wrong. Things are going to not work out. You're going to fail at something, you know? You're going to maybe work really hard on something and it will not pan out. But you have to get back up. So what I'm trying to say is that it's the same idea as Berserk. Um, except, you know, more aimed at a child audience. And that to me is beautiful. And that has gotten me through a lot of things, because it's like, just because you're training hard, just because you're working hard, doesn't mean things will work out. They will work out if you find the right people, and if you keep being honest with yourself, being honest with other people, being kind and friendly. There's a lot of emphasis on kindness in this show, on reciprocating kindness, on being kind to other people, being kind to yourself, and understanding why you do what you do, why you think how you think, and trying to love yourself a bit more. And I think it's a beautiful message, and that's why I love it, because I feel it's a mature show that was trying to teach kids and adults about what it means to be a decent human being in the world. This is why I always say, and I'm sorry that I'm going to use some words that some people might qualify as SJW, but I always say that Kamen Rider Hibiki is the example of non-toxic masculinity. He teaches Asuma about what it means to be a man, but it's not an aggressive, sexist, misogynist thing. It's about being kind. It's about being strong. And ultimately, it's not about being a man. It's about being a person. It's about being a grown-up. Maru goes, whoa, shut up! You know, and it's like, it's not about being a grown man. That's how they phrase it in the show, but it's really about being a decent person. It's about being good to people, being good to yourself, being, you know, trying to understand the world better and understand yourself better. It's very martial arts in that sense, that it's very about understanding yourself better. You know, self-knowledge is the path forward and all that, right? That's what martial arts teach, right? It's all about self-knowledge. So, anyway, this is why Kamen Rider Hibiki is my favorite Kamen Rider show. Because it's a show about what it's like to be a person in the world, what it really means to work hard, and why you should be good to yourself and others. It's a show about being a good person. It's not a show about exciting adventures or funky characters. It has that. That stuff is in there. But it's a show about hanging out with a bunch of your friends who encourage you to be the best version of yourself, and you encourage them to be the best version of yourself. And you all grow up together. And you all become better together. That's what Shigenori Takatera wanted to do with Kamen Rider Hibiki. That's what he did with the spiritual non-Kamen Rider follow-up, because it's not a sequel. But it's a spiritual sequel to Hibiki, Daimajin Canon, which if you loved Hibiki, you will love Daimajin Canon, because it's the same concepts, but aimed at a more like a college audience, and it talks about trauma. Very, very directly. It's more about trauma rather than about growing up. As in, it's about growing up, but in the sense of trauma, not in the sense of like being a high schooler. So, that's why I love it. Okay, I think this is all of it. I think we did it. We painted it. I'm gonna let it dry. Can you send me that name later? Yeah, Daimajin Canon. Daimajin Canon. So that's it, you know. That's like, for me, Hibiki transcends Toku, and for me, Hibiki is a missed opportunity for Kamen Rider. Because it was a commercial failure, Toei was scared of making any other shows like it. The next show, Kamen Rider Kabuto, is basically aesthetically, filmically not different to a lot of what came after, and to shows like Blade and stuff like that. There's a lot of different Kamen Riders. They are a lot with each other. A lot of them are beetle people, you know, whatever. I'm not saying it's bad. I haven't watched it out of resentment. But yeah, but that's the problem with tokusatsu. A lot of tokusatsu, it's very toy based. That's why Daimajin Canon, which is not Toei, because Shigenori Takatera never worked again for Toei, and he only made one more tokusatsu show, Daimajin Canon, in 2010, 4 years after the end of Hibiki. Kabuto is fun, but very much the rise of what modern writer is. Yeah, and again, it's not bad. I love a lot of modern writer. I love Double O's Force. I enjoy a lot of Game. I love X8. I enjoy Geo well enough. I enjoyed what I've watched of Deno and hi Sierra. I've enjoyed what I watched of Deno and Build. I've watched a bit of those shows. Oh, you don't know how to spell it. Hang on, I'm gonna write it. Daimajin Canon. I'll show you the opening of Daimajin Canon. So Daimajin Canon is basically a story of a human girl that is not a superhero, and she joins and gets like this like interesting relationship with like an Oni type character who is a member of this group of Oni type people that fight naturally occurring monsters. But they need her because she is the only person that can sing the song that can awaken Daimajin. Daimajin is based on an old tokusatsu film from like the 60s about a giant statue that was brought in to defend the village in the feudal age, and what else? In Daimajin Canon, which is a sort of re-envisioning of it, they need this girl because she's the only one that can sing the song that can raise Daimajin to finally defeat all these demons. Hope you're doing well today, Maru. I've been taking an extra long weekend. Nice. Either way, that's pretty much what makes Hibiki so good. I'm glad you were able to put it. Yeah, that's what makes Hibiki so good. And that's what goes on to be the point of Daimajin Canon. The problem in Daimajin Canon is that the main girl, Canon, her main issue is that she can't sing the song. Because she's a girl from the Inaka, she's a girl from the countryside, who moved to Tokyo for university and met a boy, fell in love with the boy, who was like, the boy was like a rocker. And she sang the song for him, this beautiful traditional song. And he stole it. He stole the melody and most of the lyrics and made it into a song with his band. While at the same time he cheated on her and dumped her. So it was a double betrayal. And then the song became a #1 charting hit that made this boy's band. And so this girl who moved from the country now has no friends. She's deeply traumatized. She does not trust anyone. Her trust is destroyed. Her trust in people is destroyed. She often breaks down in tears when having conflicts with people. And these Oni type characters, I can't remember what their name. They're not called Oni. They need her, and and at first they're just like, yeah, sing the song for us, and she feels manipulated by them, but they're not trying to do that. They're good people. Eventually they realize that she has trauma and they try to help her, and it's beautiful. It's about trauma and abandonment and about that kind of stuff. And I'm gonna show you the opening because I love this show. I've only watched like half of it, not managed to finish it because I am very slow at watching shows. Okay. Hope you're ready for this. It's really beautiful. Hi, Ryhill Chibbles. You have an interesting set of rules. Do I? Are they interesting? What are my rules? I don't know what my rules are anymore. I haven't checked them in a while. But welcome. Does it just say don't be a dick or something like that? I don't remember. I can't remember. I don't know when I changed them. Maybe they're under like moderation and something like that. Very unique. I don't know. I think I based them on what I saw already in other places. So, sorry, by the way, I just opened Discord now. I just opened my Discord now, so I just saw the messages a couple of you sent me, so sorry about that. Give us a second. Give me a quick second. Also, why did my music stop? Did I stop it? Oh yeah, because I was gonna play that opening. I'm gonna keep the music going. Nah, there's no. I'm just checking. My rules are not very unique at all. They're very common among VTubers. They're very common among VTubers. Like, no racism or hate speech, no backseat gaming. Don't talk about other streamers. Maybe that rule threw you off. The don't talk about other streamers thing is because, you know, and this is something that came from the Japanese side of things, but I think it's a good rule. It's because, like, people can start, like, talking a lot about the content of other people, or, oh, I'm going to go to this other person's channel now, or whatever. And it kind of takes away from the content that you're making, and it can be distracting, and it can be defeating because you're like, oh, I'm not good enough. So, anyway, why did I show you? Why did I shouldn't have showed that window. Let me just say. Oh, oops. There we go. Boom. Anyway, forget you saw that. Hopefully you didn't see anything. I don't think you saw anything that you shouldn't have seen, honestly. But, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so nothing. But yeah, no, they don't talk about other streamers. It's just because, like, it can be very, you know, if you're trying to make content and someone says, I'm going to go to this other streamer now, you're like, oh, am I not good enough? It can just throw you off. And so if I bring up other streamers or the streamers that I work with a lot, that's okay. But, like, do you know what I mean? Am I making any sense? Am I making any sense? So, is the camera slow for anybody else? Anyway. Right. I definitely need to clean my computer. It might be struggling because of not being clean for a while. I was going to show you the Diamond Cannon opening. So let's do it.
この物語は人を信じることに迷う一人の女性がその歌声によって奇跡を起こすまでを綴った21世紀の偶話である。
That's the rock band I mentioned.
Got to live your life, believe in invisible time. Sing your heart out, don't worry, just shout. あなたらしい歌、優しさも隠さないで聞かせてよ。Sing your heart out, don't worry, just shout. 悲しみはいつか心で変わるは強さ。
That's Diamond. Voices harmonize, stand by your side to sing your heart out. So yeah, that's essentially the spiritual sequel to Hibiki. After this, Shigenori Takatera retired. Joe Odagiri shows up in a cameo. Let's make another music. Let's change the music. What a giant grass! Was that a giant grasshopper? It was. If you like the giant grasshopper, then you'd love Kamen Rider J. Lol. Okay. While that dries, let's build the head. So, we need B2. We already need stickers? What? Oh, then there's a transparent bit that goes over the stickers? Crazy. Okay, we need a bunch of B2. So let's B2 it. Anyway, so I've talked to you about what makes Kamen Rider Hibiki unique. Now I'm going to tell you about how they ruined it. They didn't ruin it. They didn't ruin it. Part 2 is not as bad as everybody says. It's just nowhere near as good or impressive as Part 1. Yeah, I did look up the actors of Diamond Cannon, and they haven't really done... I thought that she looked familiar, and I didn't recognize her for anything else. I think she's only done a couple more J-dramas. She hasn't really done much. I think she might be a singer. Also, did you guys notice? It took me months of listening to that song to notice. So the girl's called Canon, and there's like a sample. There's like a bit of Canon in D in there. You know, there's a bit of that. Okay, so we need B2. Where we started? That's the top of the head. So we need B2, 38 and 37. 38 and 37. All right. Oh, this didn't even look like the head. What the heck? Finally, we're snapping a piece. She was in a drive special that I may or may not have seen, but I'm pretty sure I was thinking of Erin Amano because she has a similar face shape. The one that you did, you told me that she's very, there's one of the actors from Damaging Kana who's very famous, who's been in a lot of toku. They're like the sexy Oni lady. They're not Oni, again, they're not called Oni. I just cannot remember what they're called, okay? But they're essentially like the Oni from Hibiki. That's my dad's face. She's seen everything. I can't remember the name of the actor. I'm so excited to build this guy. We're not gonna finish him today. I can promise you that. I'm gonna promise you that right now. And if that's not enough, I'll promise it later. Oops. Okay. Plastic is really strong. I wonder. Hope it's not gonna ruin my. Now Nasagawa. I think that's who it is. Sono, when you were clipping the pieces for this, did the plastic feel really strong of these painted pieces? Or was it just normal? Because I'm not sure about using my single-bladed nippers on this. She was in Hurricane J, yeah. Because this feels stronger. And if it's as strong as clear plastic, I don't wanna risk it. Is it clear plastic? It feels stronger. A little more stiff. Let me check something. Compare like with like. Oh, yeah, that is like twice as. That is twice as strong. That is twice as strong. Use cheap nippers to remove from the runners than nice nippers. No, but Sky, you're not meant to use the nice nippers. When you're trimming down the when you're taking the nubs off, you're not meant to use that if it's clear plastic, because clear plastic is stronger. Like that is so much stronger. So I don't know if I will use my expensive nippers. I don't double cut clear. But what about this plastic? Should I double cut it? I kind of wonder. I wonder if it's gonna say a thing. Hang on. It doesn't say anything about single-bladed nippers. Because it's a special material. No, I don't double cut clear either. I'm just very worried. I don't want to ruin my nippers. I can't afford to replace them. But I don't want to spend a million years sanding either. I'm gonna have to Google this. Gonna look for a bit because I make so much. Enjoy your lunch. Does anybody know? I think Giselle would know. So Giselle, when you come out of your lurk, let us know. In the meantime, I'm gonna keep cutting some parts out. Love you, Sono. I love you. But yeah, so now that we've talked about how great Hibiki is, let me explain to you why people hate it. I mean, people hate it for two reasons. One, they didn't understand how good the first part was. They thought it was good, Maybe, but they didn't get it. It was too different. It was not fun enough. Because nerds, a lot of time have bad taste. I'm sorry. As a nerd, I can say that. I think she likes Sono. I like Sono a lot. Jerry. Cute. Is that Armika? Armika? But the second part is the bit that a lot of people hate. Even people that love Hibiki hate it. I used to hate it. Nice. Basically, let's look at the top of the head. When Toshiki Noue comes in to write it, he introduces a rival for Asumu completely unnecessarily because Asumu was not training to be an Oni yet. I think that's where Takatera wanted to take it in the final arc, but it's not something Asumu was going to do. And so this rival appears called Kyosuke Kiriya, who does not fit in the world of Kamen Rider Hibiki at all because he's an asshole. He's a rich asshole who antagonizes Asumu. He's like, you're too timid. You need to go for what you want. And you want to be an Oni. So I'm going to become an Oni, because you need to do what you need, whatever. And he's all like macho. And he's just there. And honestly, a lot of the times, it looks like the characters are just tolerating him because he's a teenager. And most of the characters a lot of the characters are adults. But it feels like it's fucking Poochie, man. It's like, he shouldn't be there. Everybody else is nice to each other, even when they have some problems amongst themselves. And this guy comes in, and he's a prick. He's a right-wing prick, Jerry. And so, yeah. So, that happens. And, I don't know. That already makes the show harder to watch because Kiriya is kind of crappy. Hibiki's written a bit wrong. Hibiki himself, like at one point, Asumu doesn't know if he wants to go talk to his dad, who he's estranged from, who left his mother. And Hibiki tells him to do it. This is a big sticking point for a lot of people that Hibiki tells Asumu what to do. Because up until this point, in the Takatera part of the story, Hibiki never told Asumu what to do. He told him to train harder, he told him to try harder, to work harder, but he never told him, you're doing this wrong and you need to do this. Because that's not the point. The point is that he helps Asumu discover himself. Do you remember the armed episodes? That was dire for me. A bit. There's a lot of humor that comes in the second half that I like because it's really dumb and I'm a dumb binge with a dumb binge brain. So of course I like that. There's an episode in which, so Todoroki had a crush on Hinaka. I think her name is Hinaka. I'm gonna look this up. I'm gonna look this up, Jerry. This is why my build streams take so long. I end up looking up a million things. Yeah, Hinaka. I knew I got it right. I nailed it. Hinaka Tachibana. So, Hinaka is like the love interest for Todoroki. And Todoroki takes her out on a date. And he's hilariously clownish in this date. And as a present on this date, he has brought her a bonito from his home village, I believe. Like a big fish. And how does he present it to her? Which is already a hilarious concept. He takes it out of his jacket. He just takes it out of his jacket. He opens his jacket and takes it out as if it was in a pocket. And it's in a huge wooden box. It's very stupid. The episode is called Loving Bonito. And obviously I watched it back in the day. I had completely forgotten about it. And then when I rewatched Hibiki a few years ago, because I was rewatching it with my then housemate who had not watched it before, I was watching it with her. On that night, we had managed to get a lot of extremely cheap sushi. A lot. Let's just say that we had enough sushi for 4 people. For 4 people to be well fed. And we ate it all. I got high on the sugar content of the sushi. And by the time we got to the bonito, I was laughing so hard. I felt we were in I was on a couch. I was laughing so hard. I just bent forward and I kept bending forward until I fell off the couch and I was in the fetal position. I am not exaggerating. I promise you that. I was in the fetal position on the ground, on the carpet, convulsing with laughter because of the bonito that this man took out of his jacket. And I think it's in the same episode that Todoroki has a lot of iconic t-shirts. He has like a weed t-shirt that says Kingston, Jamaica. He has another image that has like he has another t-shirt that has like the logo of an American post-war famine relief organization. And then he has a Flogging Molly t-shirt and he collapses. I showed you the picture earlier. He collapses in the middle of training wearing his Flogging Molly t-shirt in 2005, which is when I was listening to Flogging Molly. I don't know what you were listening to in 2005. I was listening to Flogging Molly. Okay? Punks. Anyway. God. That was the time. So, yes, the show becomes stupider. It stops being a cool coming of age story. It tries and fails to be a standard Kamen Rider show. And but I feel like it still has enough of good in there. And also the final episode is good. It's just a good episode of Hibiki. It's just good. And I will fight anyone who says that it's a bad episode. Also, there's a lot of conversation about, I'm gonna spoil the ending for Hibiki. So maybe if you came back because of the spoilers, maybe go away again. I'm gonna spoil the ending. Both Kiria and Asumu become disciples of Hibiki. Hang on, I need to push. I need to pull my. My back is killing me, Jerry. Anyway, yeah. So, oh, this is reflective, isn't it? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It's fine. It's fine. The angle is fine. I think. Is this? Yeah, you can't see my face. That's fine. Asumu starts training under Hibiki to become an Oni alongside Kiria. Which again, I don't agree with. I don't think that's where his life was going. But in the end, in the final episode, in the episode before the final episode, there's like a big battle that is very stupid and very bad. And the female characters who were... Some people on Twitter were saying that the female writers were written better because Takatera cannot write female characters. And no, I'm sorry. The girls in Hibiki are all varied and beautiful and full of life and character, even if they are love interests in the start of the show, in Takatera's side of the show. By the end, they are nothing but love interest. They're nothing but like Pearl clutching in a cafe while the men go off to fight, which is not what they used to do. It's dumb. I hate it. They're not. The worst part of the second part of Hibiki is the treatment of the female characters. Clap. In the final episode, it's been, I believe, 6 months since the penultimate, or a year. No, it's been a year, I think. And Asumu, following Akira's footsteps, and Akira was done there. We don't need to go into that much detail. I'm already going into too much detail as it is. But you know what? This is the Kamen Rider Hibiki stream. We're talking about Kamen Rider Hibiki. That's what we're doing. Asumu basically decided that in order for him to become stronger, he needed to actually stop depending on Hibiki so much. Again, good characterization, good character beats. And you guys are not telling me to hydrate, bro. I'm not hydrating. Running out of hydration. Okay. Wow. Wow. Ow. Ow. Okay. So what happens? Then after a year, Kiria has continued being a disciple under Hibiki, and Asumu has gone his own way from Hibiki. They reunite because there's some dumb plot about there's like one of the characters is Asumu's school friend whose name I don't know, what's her name? Hitomi, who is like Asumu's classmate and kind of sort of maybe will one day be his girlfriend, maybe, you know, that kind of thing, that kind of relationship. And Kiria rescues her, and Kiria can transform now. He's not an Oni officially, he doesn't have an official name, but he can transform now. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this now, but I'm really scared. Yeah, that was too tough for my nippers. I don't want to ruin my single-bladed nippers. I'm gonna try to do it with this nippers. And you know, and Kiria basically tells him off for running away because Kiria is a dickhead. But Asumu hasn't just been doing nothing this past year. He's in his final year of secondary school, I think. I'm pretty sure. And he I'm trying to do this. It's really hard. And he oh yeah, that's dreadful. And he is an intern at a hospital because he wants to become a doctor, is what he wants to do. Okay, that wasn't that dreadful. That was actually okay. That was actually alright. And he's trying to find his own way in life. And eventually he reunites with Hibiki. And in that final moment, Hibiki stops calling him what he's called him all show, which is he calls him shonen, which means boy. It means boy. Oh my god, another? My god. Raids on Saturdays, man. It's insane. Hello, Lamp Devil. Hello, Lamp Colites. I don't know what you call you guys. You probably told me. Hi, Lamp. How are we doing? I am talking about Kamen Rider Hibiki, building a model kit. Did you have a good stream? Can we get a shout out for Lamp? Lampreys! I'm sorry. I think you told me last time. I have a very bad memory. I have dysfunctional memory. So I will never remember that just because of my dumb brain. I'm just gonna get a little box on here, which is gonna help me with little parts. Thank you for doing the shout out, Toxan. Energized by good Miku vibes. Oh, you're playing Hatsune Miku Logic Paint? Is that a painting? Oh, Miku P Cross. Okay. I didn't know there was Miku P Cross. Cool. So we're building the Figure Rise Standard Kamen Rider Hibiki. It's basically a high grade kit, but instead of a Gundam, it's a Kamen Rider. It's my favorite Kamen Rider. I was actually spoiling the ending, but it's a show from 17 years ago, so whatever. Anyway, hello, welcome to the show. Also, you missed the opening part of the stream in which I played this kazoo, and it was great. So I did not know either until it showed up on Steam. And oh, Kamen Rider kit. I wish I could stay, but got it right. Yeah, don't worry. Feel free to go on the lurk. Thank you for bringing your folk over. Also, hello, Lampreys. I'm Maru. I need to do the spiel now. My name is Maru, hero of hope and Galaxy's most disastrous idol. I am a variety streamer who we just hang outy kind of vibes. I'm not gonna say chill vibes because I'm probably a bit too high energy. Oh wait, what? Oh god, I got ballooned. Oh god, I always get bullied by my chat just as I'm getting rated. I'm Maru. I'm not normally a balloon. This is just one of the models that I have. My chat can turn me into. Balloon. Yeah, I'm a variety streamer. I do retro games. I do singing. I do art streams, and on weekends we build Gunpla. The vibes are usually just hangout vibes. We're just hanging out, having a good time, keeping it positive, keeping it funny, keeping it punk, and what else? Yeah. It's just that, basically. I'm a VTuber. That's what I do. I do a lot of the typical VTuber things. But on weekends, we build Gunpla or model kits. In this case, it's not Gunpla. It's technically not Gunpla because it's not of a Gundam. And yeah. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Hope you have a nice day. Yeah, what are my... Okay, chat. Model making is... Oh, yeah, no, it's the same thing. It's even a Bandai kit. It's probably designed by the same people as Gunpla, you know? I normally build... It's normally Gunpla that I build. It's just occasionally I build model kits that are not Gunpla. So, chat, I want to ask you a question. And maybe I should do like a survey like my friend Pupa. But, because Pupa is doing a survey. Pupa is having her anniversary stream right now, which she never announces stuff ahead of time, and it drives me bonko. Because if I had known that she was doing that, I would have moved the stream. Balloon Maru, indeed. But anyway, I love Pupa, and she did a survey for her audience, for her community, and I'm thinking of doing one myself to know what you guys like, what you guys don't like. Try to use that as a not as a mandate, but as a sort of as an idea going forward, you know? Because I want to entertain you, and I want to know what you guys like so that I know about the content that I make. That doesn't mean that if you put something in there, I'm gonna do it, but it's gonna give me a good idea. So so yeah, so basically I was gonna ask, like, one of the things that I wanted to know is like, what do you guys think what are my vibes? What's my vibe? I feel like I am like upbeat and like energetic, except when I'm like fatigued or whatever. I feel like energy is like my thing. Brought to you by Kongstrong Wild Power. But I don't really know. Like, I would say I'm chill, but I'm not cozy. You know, I'm too energetic to be cozy. You know, I'm not 2 a.m. Mocha, who is my friend who just hit 1,000 on Twitch because she's wonderful. Now she's cozy. She has a beautiful voice. Beautiful, beautiful voice. Okay. This is not too bad. It's not as good as single-bladed nipper, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I will need to do a bit of cleanup, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be. I don't know. Right now, you kind of seem like an airhead. Shut up! I hate you. I hate you! I don't hate you. I love you. I am back with soup. Soup! Oh, Sono, do you want to hear a tragedy? Yesterday, I wanted to go to the shop. I went to the shop. I bought a lot of food. But I wanted to buy onion. I have everything else I need for a stew/soup. And I wanted onion and garlic. And I forgot. I forgot to buy it because it wasn't on my list. I wanted to make soup. And I'm not going to have time because after the stream, Argentina is playing. But maybe after Argentina finishes the match, I'll run to the shop. But by then, I will have had dinner already. Sono, you know me very well. You want to make stew. Do you know why I love making stew? Because it's easy. Oh, the Kong didn't work? The Kong didn't work? Maybe I don't have it set up. Sorry about that. Yeah, the Kong is not set up. I'm sorry. The bonk is set up. The headpads are set up. Deal with it is not set up. Sorry, I need to deal with those later. I'm sorry, I forgot about that. I'm gonna write down a note for myself. Set up Kong and what's the other? Deal with it for balloon. I also have another model that I got from somebody else. That is like a... Oh, I'm back. Hello. Ha 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 ha. Crotch. Hello. Oh, I need to do the ponytail. Every time you balloon me, I need to deal with this ponytail situation. There we go. Thanks for the headpats. Oh, I need a stretch. Get a slow cooker once you have a stew forever. Well, I like stew because... I'm gonna stretch. Hang on. Oh, that's really good. Everybody should stretch right now. If you're on your computer chair, you need to. It's gonna be bad for your back, trust me. I had to go to a physio this week. He told me my back was terrible. He didn't say it like that. He was very nice. He told me to do all these exercises that I haven't been doing. Because I'm bad. But you should do them. Oh my god, okay. Well, that was good. Let's go, la albiceleste. Yeah, la albiceleste, vamos. We're gonna beat Mexico. Come on. Okay. So, where was we? Yeah, what I like about stew is that basically you just fry a bit of garlic at the bottom of a pot, you fry a bit of onion at the bottom of a pot, and then you just add stuff. You add the lentils, you add the water, you let the lentils soak, and then you just add all your ingredients, add your stock, get it on a simmer, stir it from time to time, let it go for like an hour. Boom, it's so easy, it's just putting stuff in a bowl, on a pot. Anyway. We're doing this. But yeah, anyway, so that's how Kamen Rider Hibiki ends. Asumu is reunited with Hibiki in his own terms. Hibiki now respects him enough to not call him Shonen, but to just call him Asumu. And Asumu didn't need to become an Oni, because he didn't need to become a Kamen Rider. He found his own way in life, which is what the show was about. The show was about Asumu finding his own way in life. You know? And finding your own way in life, sometimes it does mean following on the footsteps of somebody else. And sometimes it's really not, you know? Sometimes it's really just finding your way, what works for you. And that is why the ending of Hibiki is still good. And that's why I love Hibiki. And will always be special. And the favorite TV show I have ever watched. And you should watch it. You should watch it if you like soap operas. You should watch it if you like coming of age stories. You should watch it if you like superheroes. But yeah, for me, Kamen Rider Hibiki is the only modern Kamen Rider that has ever gotten close to emulating the vibe of Takeshi Hongo. Takeshi Hongo was a guy who cared about others, who was kind, who was courteous, who was not a sexist asshole, and who really cared about looking after kids, you know, really cared for kids. He wanted kids to be okay. Talk to you later, Toxon. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the modding. And for me, Hibiki just embodies those qualities of Hongo as a hero, of what made Hongo a hero. Hongo, the first Kamen Rider, in case you don't know. You know? Okay. But yeah, and that, my friends, is the story of Kamen Rider Hibiki. A show that was misunderstood, a show that was messed around with by its production company, and a show which the Western fandom, in their infinite wisdom, never cared about. For years, people kept coming in the fansub scene. I'm gonna talk about fansubs for a second, I'm sorry. We didn't have a legal way to watch it, okay? People kept coming up with like better quality versions of Kuga, Vice, Blade. Deno, of course, because Deno's the golden child. Everyone loves Deno. I love Deno. But for a long time, nobody would do, even though we had the Raws, we had like a good quality rip. And Hibiki, as I said, it's a show that needs to be watched at least in a decent quality, at least in DVD quality, because the version we had was not DVD quality. It was badly recorded from TV. Badly. It's a show that deserves to be watched, honestly, at the 1080 interlaced that it was shot at. 30 FPS minimum, 60 FPS preferably. Because it's shot like a soap. It's what they were shooting Kamen Rider on at the time. And, nobody would touch it. There was like, there were like a couple of different people that tried and dropped it. And then eventually, eventually somebody decided to subtitle the whole thing. And they did it. It was like 6 or 7 years ago. And I can't remember who it was. It was, they had a funny name. Hang on. The only thing anyone ever used to say about Hibiki was to not bother with the episodes past 30, which I think is a coward's thing. You might as well watch the whole show to fully understand it. Yeah, so the wiki doesn't even mention the group that tried to subtitle it and didn't finish it, but the one that did finish it was Shushuto Scrubs, which was only created for that and for Hurricane Gear, basically. It took me a long time to come around on Hibiki's ending because I dislike 30 almost so much, but yeah, eventually I realized that it's a pretty good conclusion. Yeah, the conclusion, they nailed the conclusion. They didn't nail the rest of the show. They didn't nail the post-30 episodes. I will admit that. They're not as good. But they nailed the ending. Akira got done super dirty, but I love Asumi's ending so much that someone who stumbled from one thing to the next for so long. Yeah, exactly, right? It's a good ending. And I like superhero stories where the lesson about the apprentice is that they don't need to be a superhero to be their own person, you know? They do not need to be exactly like their mentor superhero. They can learn the other lessons from their mentor superhero and then apply those to their life and live life fully and deliciously. Live life deliciously. That's what I always say. I never say that. Never say that, Jerry. Never say it. I'm getting hungry. I'm gonna get a snack. I'm gonna get a snack. I'm gonna put this on a BRB, okay? Gonna get a snack, Jerry. Ah. Oh. This is now a mukbang. Sorry, needed to get a plate. Needed to get a plate. Stares directly at Drive at how much Kiriko got done dirty because she should have had that storyline. We're going into Slapjack. It's halal. It's a halal flapjack. There's a lot of halal. I got it at a cafe. Yes, I went to a cafe with my friend who I hadn't seen in a while. And change the music a bit. I feel like this has been on for a while. Yeah, we're gonna wind down because we're in the last hour of today's stream. We're gonna build this. There's a lot of halal places where I live, and I bought this flapjack. I was gonna eat it, and then I didn't fancy it at the time, so I kept it in my bag, and then I put it in the fridge when I come home. And now it's tomorrow, so tomorrow is yesterday. All right. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Is it still good? I don't know. It wasn't the fridge. Let's try it out. Hang on. I feel like I need to cut it. I feel like I need to cut this in pieces. Cut my life into pieces. But yeah, so anyway, that's Kamen Rider Hibiki. If that interested you, the first 2 episodes are available for free on Toei Tokusatsu channel with subtitles. And if you want to watch the rest, you need to go on the high seas, if you know what I mean. Wink. Which I can't really do a wink, sorry. Oh, this is tough. Let's cut it in half first. Oh my god. Oh my word, what? This is the biggest knife I own. I'm very bad. I am like a kind of Seinjo from Great Man. I live like this. I don't have beanbags accumulated, but I don't have a fucking big knife. Punch it! I'll punch it. Do you guys enjoy the mukbang area? Like, if I start cooking, if I ever get enough energy to start cooking, which I don't know, bitch, might happen, might do mukbang shows. Might do cooking. No, I will not do cooking. I do not have the setup for cooking. I do not. But, you know, you never know. I could always do something where I put the PNG on screen, and then I have like my phone, because it's just on the Wi-Fi. So I could use this camera, but the microphone would be very bad though, because it would be my phone microphone. But, you know, this is really tough to cut, bro. What the fuck is with this? Mate! Oh my god. I'm having to use the entirety of my strength. Not the entirety, but I don't have good upper body strength. I just thought this was gonna be a nice... I think it was a nice soft flapjack when I bought it. It's not anymore. Okay. I'm gonna need to wash my hands after this. I'm gonna take my gloves off for this. Gloves are coming off. Mate, come on. What? Bro, how am I meant to chew on this? Oh my god, that took forever. I'm gonna take my gloves off because I need to wash my hands after this, as I said. As explained. I shouldn't do this next to all the modeling supplies, but whatever the fuck, man. Alright. Okay. Right, let's try it. Maru, what the fuck? It's a flapjack! Do people know what a flapjack is? Eating is not the ASMR that I personally am interested in. Oh no! I'm gonna try to not make it too loud. Hang on. Okay, hang on a second. Yeah, it's okay. What is a flapjack in the US? In here, a flapjack is like a bunch of like oats held together by molasses, essentially. I binned the packaging, so I can't tell you what's on it aside from chocolate and oats. It's another word for pancake. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's not what that is here. Here, a pancake is a pancake and a flapjack is a flapjack. Yeah, it's a granola bar, essentially. Anyway. This one is halal. It's good. Mmm. 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 It's not bad. It's helping with the hunger. I'm gonna have dinner after this, after the stream. I'm gonna have some kind of easy to make dinner. Probably some pasta with some salad. Come on. There we go. Good. Hmm. Nom. Oh my god. What is the best pancake you've ever had? Chat. That's my question to you. What's the best pancake or granola bar you've ever had? Do you remember it? Have you ever eaten a I also want to, like, I don't know if people realize how much I talk with my hands, because I don't have one day I hope to have like a fully rigged 3D model and like all of the motion capture, because I want to have a model where you can see just how much I talk with my hands, because it's just, I think I'm very expressive. I don't know. But have you guys ever had a granola bar or flapjack or pancake that was so good that you remember it forever? Tell me about it. There's a brand of dorayaki that is generally some of the best pancake I've ever had. Ooh, dorayaki. Dorayaki wa papu papi papi papu papu papi papi papu. You know, Holocure. Anyway. Wow. Alright. Ow. Say lol. Hi Sagu. Welcome. We're taking a food break. Mmm. I think I've only had dorayaki once. Oh, the song I was singing, David, that was Ochamekino, which is like the unofficial theme of Hololive. I love anko though. I will eat anything with anko. I don't know what anko is. What's anko? What's anko? I'm a bad weeb. Hmm. Oh, I love red bean paste. Sorry. I love it. Mm. Do you guys want to see the show off? Do you guys want to see some model kits while I finish eating this? Let's do it. So as you guys know, that's why Ank gets mad every time Date calls him Anko. Oh right. So, yeah, I forgot. I forgot. I'm sorry. Can I pop this out? Can I pop this thing out? Can I pop out a channel? So we have a channel on my Discord, in case you don't know, called the Stream Show Off. And it's for showing off your creations. Your model kits mainly. Mainly Gunpla. So let's have a quick look at it. Let's have a quick look at what people have been posting while I eat. Oh, it's already set up correctly. Brilliant. Hang on. I'm gonna do that and do this, so it's a bit bigger. All right. Well, this snack seems a good time to let you know that I got mate and I'm drinking it with a bombilla in a metal mate cup and it's real good. I told you about preparation, didn't I? Did I tell you about the Uruguayan way of preparing mate, where you have to put cold water in there first and let it steep for 3 minutes and then water at specifically 80 degrees centigrade? Did I tell you about the temperature? You can't just put boiling water in there because it's gonna wash it out. Okay, good. Oh, you told me you drank mate. That's okay. That's cool. I'm sorry. I'm just protective. So first off, we have this from Toxan. This is from the Crossbone manga. And it comes with these beautiful wings of light. Is this a custom? I don't know. Toxan is not here. And then we got from Autistic Mystic, we got 30 millimeters, 30 minute missions and a $3 Soundwave. That's like a, is that like a bootleg core class? It's some kind of bootleg Soundwave. Sheila gives us a Space Marine. This looks Space Marine-y. Is that what that is? Looks like a Space Marine, Jerry. Looks really good. Then David is showing us this beautiful mixed colors. Oh, alright. Yeah, I feel like I need to maybe make this smaller and then more like this. This is why I have made it the way I made it. He's a robot from 40k, not a Space Marine. Oh, okay. Welcome back, Sheila. Yeah, Christmas Gundam Unicorn with the big Bandai. Absolutely killing that. That's the Quanta Command custom build from David. You can fit the RG Unicorn Gundam in a HUC trigger finger hands. The risk of losing both arms is worth it. Yeah, that's the Gym Sniper K9. Reasons to get the HG Melee's Kenbusan. Yeah, this is that line for that show that Bandai made, that Sunrise made. And Sunrise made that show strictly so that they could train a new generation of animators into making into drawing hand-drawn mecha anime. And the anime is not meant to be very good, but the kids are meant to be very good. The kids are just high grades, and they look decent. God damn it, this thing is hard to cut, man. Cut, man, haha. I was just really happy with the paint job because I wanted him to look Gucci. Oh, he does look very Gucci. Hang on a second. This paint job It's really good. It's really fancy, and I congratulate you on it. Let's keep going. Yeah, this the Dio pose. You know the what is this one? It's like the high grade Quanta before being salvaged for the high grade Command 00 Quanta. So I love the Quanta. The Quantas are. I've never built a model kit of the Quanta, but I love it because like I love the Exia. The Exia is one of my favorite Gundam designs. Specifically Gundam, not just mobile suits, like specifically Gundams. And then I don't like the 00. I like the Shogun and 00, but I don't like the Gundam, the 00 Gundam. I don't like it. It's too much. It's too bulky. It's too much stuff. It combines with a plane. What the fuck? I don't know. I don't like it. It's too busy. But the Quanta though, the Quanta is elegant and beautiful and has all those laser swords. It's real good. Real good stuff. Coleman is showing some older builds. Coleman is not here sadly. Since the new ones are not finished. First Kit Bash. Wow, that's a good Kit Bash. It's like it's a serpent with some bits from IBO? Unsure. Second build, customized ground type. Yeah, that's very good. This is a ground type. Just with some bits added on from other suits that I don't necessarily recognize, but that's cool. It's very, very cool. It's a cool ground type. It makes it gruntier. It's a gruntier ground type Gundam from ATMS team, but you know, modified. Modified. You know, that wasn't me trying to go like, blah. That was me literally coughing. My first time magnetizing armor for a full armor Hazel. Ooh, this is from the Titans test team manga. Advance of Zeta. That's what it is. That's all those shields and all those big intakes. And even Sono has joined us as of a few minutes ago with this beautiful, gorgeous, cute petite guy. Yellow, the same color as my bear guy San. Because Sono and I are joined forever and we're soulmates. So we have matching yellow bears. Robots. Thank you. It's really, really cute. Came out really well. I like the eyes. Did you paint a bit of those eyes? Did you give them the little bit of color? Because if it did, it really makes it... Because mine didn't have, I think, that the bottom color there. It makes it pop out. It looks really good. It just looks really good overall. Good times. Oh, fully painted. They look beautiful. I'm gonna leave the rest of the flapjack for later. Okay. Oh, jeez. All right. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Very, very nice. So I ate like 2/3 of that flapjack and I was like, okay, I don't want to finish it because it's going to destroy my appetite for dinner. So that was the stream show off. Folks, if you want to show us your stuff, I'm going to end the stream show off segment now. But tomorrow we're doing another model kit building stream. It's Sulera Sunday. But don't let that discourage you, because we're going to be yeah, we are going to build model kits for 2 hours before we get to the Gundam part. So if you're worried about spoilers, if you're not caught up with Wish from Mercury, don't worry, because then we will just like we'll just do that at the end. So don't worry about that. So if you want, go to my Discord server, go to the stream show off channel and show off your stuff. Thank you. Now let's go back to building. If I could turn off this Discord. Okay, there we go. There it is. Wow. Okay, let's go back to the build. Let's go back to Kamen Rider build, Jerry. All right. We did the nubs. I don't deal very well with small parts. Back to lurking. Enjoy your lurk. Okay. Very important part, the front of the face. The knobs are very carefully placed on this. They're very good. They're kind of in parts where even if you leave a bit of a knob, they're not gonna be that noticeable. Did you feel that when you were building it, Sono? Because you did a really good job building that, you know. It looked really good. Oh, I don't know why the camera is not capturing my mouth flaps. You were very good, you know. Why is my mouth not opening? What is the problem? I just go to the side and it just doesn't. Maybe if I just need to bring the microphone to me, more like, there we go. Hey, Sono, you're very good. You're very good, and I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. There we go. Yeah, it's very hard to get the thing to capture me to be close enough. And maybe if I did this, hang on. What if I do this? There we go. Okay. Now that's real. That's some real ASMR hours. And the camera is still steaming. Ah. You're very good. You're very good, you know. And I love you. Okay. I did notice that though. I've got a couple on the legs that you can see if you really look close, but it's really nice. Okay, cool. Boop. Alright. Oh dear, that didn't cut as cleanly as I wanted. There we go. No, it didn't come out that clean. You're a lot better at cutting than me though, so I doubt you'll have anything even a little lows, but I wouldn't necessarily say that. This nub does not want to go away. What is this? The defense of the Saudi Arabia football team doesn't want to leave this Argentinian alone? Bad joke. Football joke. Okay. All right. Let's go. Oh no. Not gonna use you. I don't want to ruin you. I forgot for a second. I forgot. Yeah, the knob placement is really good on this. It's kind of like almost undergated. Not fully, but almost undergated. So it's pretty good. Like it's very in the edges of places where you can't really see it that much. Actually, okay. Larenga Saudi didn't work today. Why did it work on Tuesday? Did they play today, Jim? Did they play, who's the other member of the group? Who's the other team on our group? Poland. Did they play Poland? Okay. I think that's okay. I think that's good enough. Alright. What? I have a direct message? A friend request? spammer. I think I got a spammer. They lost 2-0. So that means that we're hacked. We're totally hacked. Okay. Let's get the stickers out. There's 2 stickers for this already? Jeez, oh. Alright. The sticker sheets are over here. Over there. You're playing Poland. I have a Polish friend locally. I don't think he cares about football. Oh wait, why are there 2? Huh? Why are there 2? They're identical. Weird. But I guess I have to be there because otherwise it would be just plain blue, right? A Polish friend or a Polish friend? A Polish friend. He's from Poland. They're from Poland, actually, I should say. Oh my god, ow. They're a really good cook. They're like a professional chef. I haven't seen them in months because their wife, who is also a very close friend of mine, has been dealing with some stuff, like her father died. And his father died earlier in the year. They've had a really horrible year. They had a great year in the sense that they got married and I was at their wedding and it was a really good wedding, but very bad in other ways. It's been a ride, I would say. I think they would both agree to that. Okay. Right. I never put the gloves back on after washing my hands. The Velcro on these gloves has given all the way up. All the way up, Jerry. If I get it closer to me, then that'll be better. Gave all the way up almost immediately. Anyway. Wah! I'm very terrified of getting this one wrong. Why is this not capturing my mouth enough? Am I too low in the volume? God. I feel like I used to do this better. Anyway. Not gonna get tilted by that. Okay. Very worried about this. I think that's right. That looks right. Give me a moment. Okay. 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 This might be better. Okay. Checking a couple of things. Oh! Oh, this will be why. Okay. Hi. Okay. Hello. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello and hi. For some reason, when I turn my head, it doesn't want to recognize my mouth that much. It's having trouble with that. Hi. Anyway. Hello. Your gloves and pink watch are so cute together. Thank you. So this is looking good. Yeah, black and pink are basically my colors in real life. And you can see that in you know the way my model. I have pink hair, well, pink purple, and black, you know, bits. Anyway. Hi. Hi, honey. Okay, let's get the bottom then. Oh, Sano. Hey, Sano. Sano. Hi, honey. There you go. That should keep Sano going for a couple of days. I've refueled Sano. I've refueled Sano. I fueled her up. I filled her up, Jerry. Fill her up. Bingo!
Bingo!
Hang on. There's one that I don't have. I haven't put it on my soundboard yet. I haven't put it on my soundboard, and I should. I'll put it later. I'll put it on later. We're not gonna do it live, but I will play it live. I will play it though. I am thriving. I am glad that you're thriving. That's the point. I want you to thrive. I want you to be happy and fed and good and feel good. The camera's a bit twisted. There we go. Where's the sound that I'm looking for? Here you go.
I'm honey.
Okay. Moving on. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, these are... Oh, no, it's a single one. And again, it's good to cut it out with the tip of the hobby knife. Anyway, I hope now you guys understand why Hibiki means so much to me as a character and as a show. I have a huge poster of Kamen Rider Hibiki, positioned in such a way that when I wake up, it's the first thing that I see. It's the official poster for the show. I'm very bad at stickers. Did I mention? Have I mentioned how bad I am at stickers? God. Okay. Are you watching Geats? I'm not. I'm very bad at keeping up with shows as they air, unless they are called Gundam or Star Wars. Which also means that I finished Star Wars Andor, and it was really good. Recommend it. One of the best Star Wars shows to come out of the Disney era. Probably the best. Other than Season 1 of The Mandalorian. It's up there with Season 1 of The Mandalorian. Sorry, I need to get this off screen because it needs to be real close to my face for me to be able to do it properly. Okay. It's the face of Hibiki. I need to be careful, you know? So yeah, I'm curious about Geats. It's just like, I'm very bad at keeping up with shows. Like, when a show is in a language I don't speak, and sadly, much to my literal lifelong regret, I don't speak Japanese yet. I say yet. I like to say yet. One day I will. Shows that require Japanese require concentration, and I normally don't have that concentration. I get distracted, you know. There we go. That came out okay. Came out all right. Okay. Half an hour to go, ladies and gents, and non-binary friends. And I've only done the head. I suck at this. Oh, okay. Now let's inspect the this for nubs. This is fine for nubs. There's a nub there. Let me take that out. Oh, I need to do the back of the head first, actually. I'm a goof. Is the back of the head okay for nubs? Yes, that bit which I'm not super happy with. That's alright. So yeah, folks, it's been a lovely time, as always, hanging out with you. We're gonna keep going for half an hour, then we're gonna raid. But yeah, please remember, if you enjoy my building streams, don't let Suleta Sunday drive you away. I think a lot of people didn't turn up for Suleta Sunday last weekend because, like, some people told me in DMs, they told me like, oh, I have not caught up, so I didn't wanna spoil myself or whatever. And I was just saying, so the way that Suleta Sunday is gonna work from now on, the stream is gonna be it's 3 to 4 hours long. The first 2 or 3 hours, the first 2/3 of the stream are going to be just this, just building, as always. It's only going to be the last hour. Because if we have the watch along at the beginning like we did last time, then the problem is that we end up talking about it for the rest of the stream and spoiling it for people. Then people don't want to turn up because they worry about spoilers or they worry about not being caught up and not being able to be part of the conversation. So, if you're not caught up with G-Witch, do come up tomorrow for Suleta Sunday. And then at one point, in the final stretch of the stream, I'll let you know that we're gonna watch the show, that we're gonna do spoilers, that we're gonna watch the episode and then discuss it for like 40 minutes. So don't let that deter you, okay? Don't let that put you off, is what I'm trying to say. Okay, gang, I need to run a quick 30-second ad. You know the spiel, as you know, I'm an affiliate. I need to run ads, but I would rather run them when I choose, so that you don't get to miss any of the action while I am live. So it's gonna be just 30 seconds. I'm gonna be right back. Okay? I know that we're ending in half an hour, but the ad is in 25 minutes, and so it's, yeah. Anyway, so yeah, BRB. Oh, and if you are a subscriber, my endless gratitude rests with you. And if I ever should beget children, I will name them after you. If you subscribe at tier 3, I will definitely name a child after you. That is a joke. I will never beget children because I'm an android and an idol. Thank you. And we're back. Name other people's children after us. Yeah, I will. So, no, what I was saying is, so, Jim, it is a watch-along, but last time we did it at the beginning, and I think that put people off. So I've been trying to explain to people, we'll do a bit of Gunpla building without any spoilers, and then just leave the watch-along at the end. So we will do the watch-along like we were planning to do, of just one episode, and then discussions. I got an ad for the day Wednesday by Tim Burton. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. So then the first assembly of pieces. The first assembly of pieces of the day comes near the end of the stream. We had a lot to go through and we did a lot of painting, so whatever. Whatever, man. We got good vibes. Are you enjoying the new me? Is it a discernible difference? I feel different. I'm trying to be more myself on stream. I was talking about that the other day. We might talk about it because today we have to talk about Hibiki. And as many of you who have been true Maru murder heads since for a while. You guys know that I like to ramble on these streams, and I like to talk about content creation. And as you guys know, I'm always thinking about content creation because it's what I do with a lot of my day, and about how I approach it and how to be healthy about it, because it's very easy to get unhealthy about it. Very competitive scene. But I lost my train of thought, man. Absolutely lost the train of thought. Oh god, it's not coming together. It's not coming together. It's not doing the snap. So, yeah, I know you. I'm not sure if it's different because I know you off stream, so I know you're okay as well. Thank you. Yeah, basically like I don't know, is that right? It looks right. It doesn't feel right though. There we go. It's very irregular. This is a very irregular shape, as you can see, right? Yeah, so basically like I've always tried to be myself on stream because, like, you know, I'm an entertainer. I'm trying to present my authentic self to you, to create something I'm proud of as a creator, and to give you a real person to interact with, even though I am, you know, obviously an android from the future who's a superhero. Obviously, right? But, like, even within the fact that as I've always told you guys, I've always been open about this, Maru is a persona. Persona doesn't mean fake. Okay? For those of you who've never taken an acting class, or who've never done stand-up comedy, persona doesn't mean fake. It just means that it's an aspect of you that you're presenting. And that is inherent to, I believe, every kind of public performance. And yes, being a streamer is a performance. And one thing that I realized is that while the persona of Maru, I've always explained to people that it's people tell me that I'm very cheerful, very encouraging, and I've even been called inspiring, which weirds me out. Because I'm a mess, okay? I'm a mess. I'm tired all the time. You know? I have struggles. And I'm not always the most consistent, whatever. But like, what I'm getting at. Oh, that was a satisfying snap. Maru has always been like a thing that I become, like a thing that I embody, just like the upbeat, encouraging hero, idol, you know, who talks a bit like this at the beginning of the stream until eventually just like lowering until she's speaking at her kind of normal register. And I've realized recently that while I don't let numbers lead me and I don't let what others are doing lead me, I was still, even though I had like, I stopped calling myself Say So, I stopped trying to aspire to be like this super cool idol, whatever. There were some aspects of what I was doing that came from the beginning of this thing where I was just like, I am basically budget Hololive. That's what I was trying to do. And now I'm just like, I'm just me, you know? And over this past year, because it's almost a year, if you can believe that. It's gonna be a year in exactly a month. And over the past year, I've slowly been letting the facade drop a bit because I wanted you guys to get to know the real me, because honestly, I think I'm a decent enough person. I think I'm interesting enough. And I want to be able to talk to you authentically as I can, while also being Maru the Cinco, the idol of the galaxy's most disastrous idol. I don't understand these pieces. They're very small, and I'm very nearsighted, so a difficult time. Let me just go in there. Can we just go in? Huh? Oh, right, okay. Yeah. Alright. And I've been talking a lot about this with friends. Some who watch me, some who don't. And it's just this interesting push and pull where I always wanted to be authentic, even within being Maru. And I always say this to people that are new VTubers. If any new VTuber is asking for advice, the main thing that I tell them is, unless you have theatrical or other acting training, do not treat your VTuber as playing a character. If you have that background, more power to you, because then you can use it, and that's fine. But most VTubers that are trying to play a character don't have that background, or are not very good at it. I'm sorry to say it. Most VTubers are not good at playing a character. Some of them are, even when they're not actors. I mean, Germa is great at playing a character, and he's never trained as an actor. So whatever. Maybe you'll be good at it. But I advise against it, because it's better to try to just be yourself. An idealized version of yourself is fine. A playful version of yourself is fine. This is not 100% of who I am, and it will never be, because nobody can, as a performer, present you 100% of who they are. No matter how realistic their performance is, no matter how genuine they are, no matter how authentic they seem on a stream, okay? That's just the nature of performance, and that is not a problem. It's not, I'm not being fake, you know? Neither are you if you're a streamer or a performer. So, the point that I'm trying to make is that, like, I have slowly been revealing parts of myself, like my age. I don't always screaming from the rooftops, but I am older than the average VTuber. I am the second oldest VTuber that I know. Third maybe? And I know a lot of VTubers, man. I know so many VTubers. And I am open about the fact that I have not always just been a weeb. I've done other things. I've been a hipster. I've been a punk. You know? And I know about a lot of different things that are not just being a weeb. And I don't know. I just like to talk about these things. And just be myself and have fun. Because the key part of this is that even if this never becomes my career, and it probably never will, I want to at least express something real. This is my main form of artistic expression. I consider this an art, and I enjoy it a lot, and I want this to be an authentic artistic expression, and I want this to be entertaining for you. So, with all of that in mind, I want to have fun. You know, I want to hang out. This has become a lot of my social circle because of like all the stuff I've dealt with, but also because I wanted it to. I want to exist in this world that encourages my creativity, that encourages me to make art, to sing. I have never created this much, this consistently in my life. Between the streams themselves, the singing and art and graphic design, I've learned so much this year, even though I've been so ill. And I think the horns are next. No, the transparent bit is next. Let's do the transparent bit. And that's why I love VTubing, and that's why, like, every now and again when the G word comes into my brain, because my brain is just like, all these other VTubers are 23 and they live with their mom who brings them dinner, and they're not disabled and they're not broke, and so they can do all these different things that you can't do. They have all this energy to do things that you can't do. But when I'm not feeling depressive, I love this. And as I've always said, I want to keep doing it, even if I quote unquote don't succeed. Yeah, let's say don't succeed rather than fail. Even if I don't blow up. And I've said this before. But the thing that really, I've been talking to a lot of people. I talked to Giselle about this last weekend, about like how I decide when I'm gonna stream and how I am on stream. And basically I started realizing that like I had already been moving towards greater authenticity. I've already been moving away from Maru the character, which I was never trying to be. As I said, I was trying to break a persona. But now it's just more real. That doesn't mean that I'm suddenly going to become super sad to be about, you know? That doesn't mean that I'm suddenly... No, because I love having fun in this space. I love having fun with you. With you. Okay? I love the fun that we have together, and I love entertaining you. I love making things and making you laugh. I love the memes that you guys show me. I love it all. But I want to show you more of who I am in real life. Who I am is just this like dumb gay punk. It just hangs out. We just hang out. That's all we do. And anything else is gravy, you know? And that's the thing. So I don't know. Sono was saying that they don't feel it's that different because they know me so well off stream. That's my yeah, this is my chaos. That's how I am. But you guys that are on stream, maybe have you noticed the difference? Maybe you haven't, and that's okay. Maybe it's an internal difference to my philosophy approaching this, you know? And that's okay too. It's okay if it's just a difference that I noticed. That's okay. But anyway, I hope you're having fun. I hope I've entertained you this Saturday afternoon. I hope you will cheer for Argentina with me in when the match starts. And if you're from Mexico, I understand. Right. Anyway, I was just rambling. So yeah, tonight I am for the. Do we have any Spanish speakers in chat? We have Jim. Jim's in chat. I am recording an episode of a podcast. It's gonna be on Nito's channel. Do you have any? Are any mods around? Oh, but you wouldn't know Nito's channel. I don't think most of you watch Nito. So I'm gonna shout out Nito in a second. So at 9 p.m. Argentina time, midnight UK time. This would be, if it's midnight UK time, it's 7 p.m. It's 7 p.m. Eastern time for the Americans. I will be on Nito's channel. I'm gonna shout him out now. Shout him out right away. Shout out that the most beautiful shark VTuber, Nito. Mate. Let me just do it because he has a weird name for his Twitch. Yeah, it's Nito with like a bunch of underscores. So please go follow Nito. I'm gonna be yeah, and I'm gonna be in his anime podcast as a special guest. It's called the Gustos de Mierda podcast. It means shit taste. It's kind of like trash taste, but we're all VTubers. And we're gonna be rating your waifus. People have been submitting their waifus, and we will be rating them. I'm not gonna glue this one because I already got burned on the waifu slander. Lol. Yeah, I got burned on putting glue on a transparent piece before, so I'm not gonna do it. Hopefully the other pieces will lock it in. So I return very briefly. Hi, Cap. How you doing? I'm making chicken and goose stock. I've never eaten goose. I was telling you this earlier. I'm just gonna. Oh, it's clicked. It just clicked. Okay, it's just in there. It's just in there. If the gravy resulting from this does not slap, I will cry. Also, folks, Cab just got a tweet liked by none other than Inugami Korone. I always, you know what? I am such a simp because, like, even though I am now a content creator or whatever, if I ever post something and, like, my Oshis like it, if, like Kiara liked my Pomotori drawing, Pomu didn't like it or share it. I think Pomu didn't see it because she's been away in Japan. Anyway, sadness. I'll just have to make more Pomotori fan art or just more Pomu fan art in general because I love drawing Pomu. Yeah, I just love it. Like Nianers has liked my tweets, Kiara has liked my tweets. Pipa, Pepkin Pipa, who is a bit of a controversial figure, she's liked my stuff. And Pomu once retweeted artwork of fan art of her that I made. So it's just nice. So Korone retweeted Cap. I still go nuts when Shout Factory likes my tweets. To this day, I've never gotten Calliope Mori to like my stuff, even though I spent ages making Kali and Demon Dice fan art. Oh well. Oh well. What else do I need to finish this head? Can we finish the head before we go? The horns. Are the horns dry? Let's find out. Oh, this dries fast. Okay, that's the first piece that I made. Oh, are these all dry? These are all dry. They're all dry, Jerry.
Bingo!
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. Let's, oh, I don't know if we'll finish on time. We only have 10 minutes. We are gonna leave this for tomorrow. I'll make sure that this stuff is properly dry. It's surely dry, but we'll make sure that it's properly dry. It's looking really good, huh? It's looking really good. Look at the belt. Looking pretty great. I might touch them up. The discs are looking pretty good. It's looking pretty swish, right? Yeah. So, folks, we're gonna drop it there because I need to use the facilities. And I'm gonna try to find someone to raid. If the raid thing works. Is it working? Who's live? Pupa's still live. So we might raid Pupa. Even though she does it in Spanish, but like whatever. Mocha is live on a Saturday? That's weird. That's new. Alright. Let's go back to just chatting. Just so I can remind you about tomorrow. Let's just Zatsu this up. Zatsu this up. There we go. Zatsu it up. Jerry. And get that schedule on. Okay, so folks, the Gusto di Mira podcast is tonight. Don't pay attention to that bit in the schedule. It's actually tonight, as I told you earlier what it is. The Discord watch along is not tonight. It's tomorrow at 10 p.m. UK time, 5 p.m. Eastern time, right after Suleta Sunday. Okay, so Suleta Sunday, as I said, we're gonna keep building Kamen Rider Hibiki. But we are not gonna talk about about the latest episode of G-Witch until we watch it, okay? And we're leaving that to the end so that everyone can join in. Alright? We cool? We clear? Good. Now, is Pupa still on? Let me just double check this. Oh, okay, yeah, she's going through the results of her survey. So we're gonna, I don't know if we should raid. We have some Spanish speakers in chat, don't we? We have some Spanish speakers in chat. And if not, you should just go there. Like, Toxin hangs out there all the time. He doesn't speak Spanish. Doesn't speak a word of Spanish. I checked. Konging me. Konging me before I go. But yeah, we're gonna raid Pupa, because we haven't raided Pupa in a while. We're gonna raid Pupa, and it's her, 2nd anniversary on Twitch. So, I love her. She is beautiful and wonderful. She's like my little sister. And, yeah, thanks for the stream, amigos. Thank you for being here. Y vamos Argentina. But yeah, folks, I will see you tomorrow for the build stream at 5 p.m. UK time, 12 p.m. Eastern time. I love yous. Mind yourselves.